pressure on them, whatever. They freak out, they just throw the ball, or they throw it across the middle, and next thing you know, it's a pick or whatever. He's really good.
Pretty good.
And he'll take off and run too, and he's not afraid to do that. And this year he's playing a little bit of defense too, which is wild.
Doesn't he? Yeah, I think.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wahoo High School, home of the Warriors. A special welcome to our guest tonight from Mount Michael Benedictine High School. The Trailblazer Conference and Nebraska School Activities Association promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, sexist, or other intimidating comments or actions directed at officials, students, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. Thank you for your cooperation and good luck to both teams.
Big, strong kid, and when he runs the ball, he's looking to run somebody over. He's a pretty tough character.
What I think is crazy is like 21 points they've given up. Like that's
well, and
insane.
one of those touchdowns is our freshman against Auburn.
Yeah.
The two touchdowns that were legit were last week against DC West. They threw it around and really.
Yeah, it was kind of a game there for a little bit.
Oh, they were up 7-0 to start the game, and then we went up 21-7 right away, and then they scored again on some long. They were doing a lot of like timing routes, like stop routes. They'd run and just quick back shoulder things that. And they had some receivers that were like 6'4". Their receivers really good. Their quarterback was all right.
Hey fans, tonight the Wahoo High School National Honor Society students will be selling boba drinks down by the concession stand. They'll consist of original or pink lemonade with your choice of strawberry or pomegranate bobas. Lemonade only drinks will be $4, and lemonade with bobas will be $5. All proceeds go to support the National Honor Society Scholarship Fund. So go by their table near the concession area and purchase a cool refreshment for the game.
It's kind of interesting.
This
game
game
I feel like could be close for a while, but we'll see. Mount Michael's, I think, are pretty improved from what they've been.
Yeah, no, this year they're way better than they have been in the past.
Since they've moved down from Class B.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a struggle there for a little bit, like most of the teams that seemed like dropped down from Class B.
Yeah, some schools think, you drop down from Class B, it's C1, but it's like,
sometimes it's a little tough.
The top end of C1 is as good as anybody in B up to their good teams too, The only difference is we just don't have those giant kids walking around that the Class B powerhouses do.
I still think Wahoo could be pretty competitive with quite a few of those teams in Class B.
I think if we played a Class B schedule, until you get to the Gretnas and the Elkhorns of the world, that's where things go. All right, now it's Class B. You guys are the small potato, but I think this team, last year's team especially, our 2019 team that won it, they could have beat 2/3 of the teams in B. But it's tough. You get up there and you got.
Yeah, this year would be a little bit difficult.
Those Metro Class B teams are. They're basically, and you look at those teams, they can play Class A up until, this year they could probably beat a good Class B team could probably beat a lot of Class A teams, but there's one Class A team nobody touches right now.
Ben Saunders Medical Center is our Booster Club sponsor tonight, and they want to thank you for attending tonight's Pinkout game. They also would like to take a moment to encourage all the ladies to talk to their provider about when to schedule a screen mammogram. Remember, early detection saves lives.
They're going to get destroyed by them because they're supposed to be really good programs too. I don't know. Maybe Westside has played. I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
We'll see when they get
it'll be interesting to see what happens next year when they do that new format for Class A and stuff.
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
traditional people want no part of changing. But it's just.
Well, it's kind of like a Nebraska thing,
or
the six-man football, I guess, is more like
six-man was invented in Nebraska, yeah, but like
eight-man kind
I
of
think,
is too.
I think 8, because like David City right now struggling.
Yeah.
Grand Island or not, Hastings Central, St. Cecilia is going to go 8-man next year. Aquinas is
I was going to say they're going
Oakland
8-man.
Craig is going 8-man. Those are powerhouse Class C2 programs.
Yeah.
But if you were to say, all right, we're just going to go 9, it's the same offense, the same defense, the same football theory. You're just dropping your tackles, but 8-man mafia never allowed that to happen.
And it's really too bad that those schools are moving down to 8-man because, like, I know a lot of those, like, I know Aquinas for sure, like, those schools don't want to go down to 8-man. It's more they just don't have kids.
They don't have the guys. Oakland's
And
17
Oakland's
years
the
in a
same
row
way,
making the playoffs. They've won it. 19 when we won it. They won it. And they've just been powerhouse every year.
And what was it? Up until 2 years ago, Aquinas, I think they made it every year since like 1999 or 2000 or something like that, like 20-some years in a row.
Yeah, Mimic's got a whole pile of state championships.
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah, talking with my sister lives in she's talking like, well, it's not just the sports programming. The school is feeling the crunch. There's less kids in the building.
Yeah, they've kind of got some administration issues right now.
Yeah, I think there's some drama going on over there. You know when we're going live?
That's what I was just about to
Hey,
ask.
Tim. Producer Tim. Is he over there?
Yeah.
You know when we're going live?
I'm streaming and recording right now.
So it's just playing right now?
Yes, sir.
So anytime you want to hit us up, we're going to be on the mic? Or are we live on the mic now?
You might be. You should be. You should be good to go.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say anything crazy while I'm standing there. Hot mic moment.
Maybe talk a little bit beforehand.
Sure.
You can.
That's great, man. Right. Yeah. And so for this, when I do the sponsors, like I'm pretty sure it's just a visual. I don't think it's an audio. I don't think it is here. Can you tell me? Like.
Usually it's an audio.
Right. Well.
With
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
Steamrolled everybody, and the year before we had a really good year. And DC West just came out and took a few shots, made some plays, and credit to them. They got us a little bit on our heels through some nice passing routes, got a few kids behind our secondary, and next thing you know, we're looking at the scoreboard and it's 7-0, and we're like, all right, we better do something about this.
Yeah.
And it was 21-14 at one point, and then we got it going.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a little break here for the national anthem. We'll be back.
Mason Hodges with the wonderful rendition of the anthem there.
Yeah. So before we went to break there, we were just breaking down that DC West game, and to Wahoo's credit in that game, like you said, I mean, it kind of fell back. It was a close game there for a while, but we're able to kind of pull away there in the second half after not playing in a lot of close games the last few years.
Yeah, they took they chewed up half the first quarter, just plunking away down the field, and then halfway through the first quarter we're down 7-0, and that's not the recipe anybody wants. I mean, you don't want people chewing up the clock on you and then going down the field and scoring, but the thing that we really didn't, the kids didn't crack, they didn't lose their composure, none of that stuff. Went right out and scored on the first play of offense with a patented Kip Brigham one-play drive, and then, offensively, we were really good all night. I mean, we were scoring just about it. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't think we punted. We turned it over on downs with the young guys. But I don't think our offense really sputtered that much all night. The thing that really, once we got some wrinkles worked out with the defense, that's where, once we got some stops on them, that's where the tide kind of shifted a little bit. And then the fatigue of a long night, the fatigue of a long game when we run the ball so much, that always wears on a team, because a lot of those kids play defense and offense. So if you're out there trying to chase around Jace and Kip and Landon and Caden Christian, all these playmakers, Eli Shada, and you're getting pounded on, that's demoralizing. So it's tough to then come out and try to answer on offense. But overall, once that kind of weird start, last week I was talking to the people who, any score feed, you sit there, you're looking at the score feed app, and all of a sudden it's like, is that right? Wahoo's down 7-0, and then it's like, yeah, they really are, and then, they're only up by one touchdown. What's going on in Wahoo? And then, everyone's like, okay, now they got it under control. But so everybody, including I'm sure these Mount Michael guys, were dialing up that film of DC West, going, all right, what did they do to score on Wahoo? Because last year, I don't think our varsity defense gave up maybe 3 touchdowns all season. And we were on pace to do that same type of thing this year. But they found a way to find some holes in the defense, and credit to them. But, it over a long game, over a 4-quarter game, it takes lots and lots and lots to hold down a team with such a powerful offense. So.
Yeah, and just looking at this Mount Michael team going into this game, it's going to be another tough one here tonight. And they've got 2 good running backs in this Jed Ramold and Brody Quintelevin. 615 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, and 439 yards and 6 touchdowns. I'm sure Wahoo's been looking at them this week and seeing what they can do to kind of stop that run game. A defense that's only coming in here with 21 points given up through 4 games. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure, Coach Iverson, our defensive coordinator, does a great job adapting every week, every play basically to what's going on out there. And he, in looking at some of the film, they're very heavy run team. They usually have 2 tight ends, usually have 2 running backs, and anytime they split out and they go to, like a 10 personnel or an 11 personnel where they've got a lot of wides and just 1 back, they're probably throwing the ball or screening the ball. So he's going to have those tendencies in his brain. And usually when teams line up in a formation, he's already calling for what the play is, because he studies that film and he knows Mount Michael as much as anybody does by the time you get to game time. So when they line up in a set, now there's no way you come into this game as an opponent and not have some wrinkles or some tricks in the bag that you want to pull out.
Sure.
To try to catch us, but usually teams fall into their tendencies when the bullets start flying. You go back to what you know best, and you go back to what you've practiced and all that. So double tight, heavy, strong formations are going to be a lot tonight. They're just going to line up and try to find the gaps, and they might even audible shift to try to find an open gap. But so far this year, our defense has been dynamite. You got 2 kind of weird spots last week, but it's been an interesting year, because we lost so many guys to graduation last year. A couple of them are sitting here in the stands, to a team that was as good a
team as you'll ever see in C1. And now we got all these new guys stepped up, and so far they've really rose to the occasion.
Mm-hmm. We're getting ready for the kickoff here, and it looks like Mount Michael, they are going to be kicking off here to start. In the back for Wahoo, they've got not Harrison Kruger, but they've got
Kip and Landon.
Kip and Landon back to return.
And it looks like they were playing up tight, and once they shifted out of their huddle, our guys went back to the regular formation. Don't want to give up an onside.
Blaze Beller back kicking for Mount Michael to start this game. Ball's kicked to
That's a
Landon
good kick right there.
Into the end zone, so Wahoo's going to start at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, touchback. Can't give up any return yards if you kick it in the end zone, and that's a strong leg right there.
Yeah.
So now
Mount Michael's got a pretty good soccer program. Probably one of
I'm
those
sure.
guys from down there.
And really, a program that's got a lot of tradition. I mean, Killer Kane back in the 90s ran some crazy good teams through Mount Michael, and they're just trying to get that tradition back. And this year they've been pretty solid.
Wahoo starts out in the shotgun. Jace Kaminsky at quarterback.
We're seeing shifting to see what the defense does. How do they react?
Kaminsky hand off to Kruger.
Kind of coverage are we getting?
Side.
There's Kip.
Gets out to the 30-yard line.
And these early downs are huge because you got the coaches over here to our left watching the fronts. Mount Michael runs a 33 stack. It's similar to what SCOTUS runs, Aquinas runs. It's a very traditional, very straightforward. And a lot of times you're seeing slants. You're seeing a Mike backer blitzing all the time, one way or the other, depending on where the nose guard goes.
Kaminsky now on first down from the 31-yard line, hands it off to Kruger out of the shotgun. And he's going to be he pulls off a nice run there. Had a nice stop, but he
put it on the ground.
And it looks like it's going to be Mount Michael ball. Kruger had a good looked like he was going to get stopped there, and then Kit Brigham looked like he was going to get stopped there, and then kind of broke a tackle, and then ended up losing the ball around midfield, and Mount Michael with a nice recovery.
Yeah, fighting for some extra yards. That's always tough when you're fighting for that extra, foot or 6 inches, and somebody comes in and punches it out. Okay, now it's time for the Warriors to bow up and
see what they can do on
play some defense right here. You're going to see pound, 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 right? Coming right out the gate, double tight with an offset fullback.
Mount Michael with the run. That's by number 27 there, Jed Ranald. Gets out to about the 40-yard line on a run up the middle there. It's going to be about a 3-yard run, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you had Mateo and the Krieger brothers piling in there to make that stop. I mean, our base front this year is primarily a 3-man front, even though they can walk up into a 4, they can make it into a 5, whatever. But the defense is super flexible, and now we're switching out to almost a little bit of a pass type of front or defense.
Will Scheiber at the quarterback position out of the shotgun. He's going to pitch it there to Jed Ranald. He goes to the left side. It gets to about it's going to be 3rd and 3 at the 35-yard line. So manageable 3rd down here for Mount Michael. And I think we're going to see a lot of those, again, that Ranald and
Quinlivan or whatever,
Quinlivan tonight because, I mean, they're majority of the rushing yards for Mount Michael. Very run-heavy team.
Yeah, and, they're in a good spot here, 3rd and short. And this is probably 2-down territory because you can't kick a field goal from here, and punting's not really much of a gain. So they really got 2 downs to get 3 yards.
Will Scheiber, again with the handoff to Quinlivan.
There we go. All right.
And it's going to be close here.
They got a little bit on there, so
4th and 2, the 34.
There's no reason to think they're going to do anything other than now. They do have a really good kicker, I suppose. If they were another 10 yards downfield, they might kick a field goal.
Try a field goal, yeah.
But they're on the 34. I don't know if they got a guy that kicks 141 or not.
Yep.
But looks like they're going for it.
See what Wahoo can do here again. Really good defensively if they can get a crucial stop here after that turnover to start. Will Scheiber, he's going to take it under center this time. It's going to be passed out to Brady Quinlivan. Oh, he runs across field. And Wahoo, they get up to, and Mount Michael, they get the first down there. They're up to about the 25-yard line.
Initially had him bottled up play side, and then he cuts back and avoids a tackle for a loss and is able to get out that backside.
Yeah.
Backside players, they always coach them to stay, wait for the boot, wait for the reverse, wait for the cutback, and sometimes you get pursuing, you get excited, and you kind of over-pursue it, and then when the action cuts back, you get caught a little bit.
So Mount Michael, they're down to the 23-yard line now. Heavy dose of Quinlivan early on. We'll see if he gets the ball again. Scheiber, hand it off.
Yeah, so
that
far,
one goes up the middle.
Yeah, they've run a little trap. They've run a toss. They're off tackle. They're basically trying to hit every spot along the line. So you can't just line up and take away what they do. They're gonna hit something in every gap. Our offense is the same way. Coach Fox has a running play for every spot on the field.
Knights get 4 yards there on a pretty tough, gritty run. So 2nd and 6 here from the 19. Will Scheiber in the shotgun. 2 backs to each side. Quinlivan takes the handoff off the left side.
Another good gain for him.
Yeah. Going to be close to that first down.
Yeah.
3rd and 3.
And I don't know what their theory is, if they're going for it tonight no matter what, they're close enough now they could kick in basically a fairly makeable field goal considering how good their kicker is. If we can stop them here.
Yeah. Don't see a whole lot of that, I feel like, in high school football. But, yeah, they definitely have a kicker that I feel could put in a field goal.
Absolutely.
Will Scheiber out of the shotgun. But this time they're going to hand it off up the middle.
Oh, there we go.
Good stop
Short
there.
gain, but we got him. 4th down.
That
so
was ran by Jed
what to
Rambold
do
for Mount Michael.
I don't see a kid with a T running on the field.
Mount Michael might be thinking, in a game like this, 3 points isn't gonna win you. You got to go for the big play, or got to go for the end zone.
And how many times are we going to be able to contain the Wahoo offense, who scores, at a majority of their possessions? So every possession is important. And if you're just getting 3 and they're getting 6 or 7, then it's, they're coming at it. They're going for it. So same thing, double tight set.
Will Scheiber under center. Hand off to Ramwold. And Ramwold, I don't know if he got that.
That's
it's close,
close, but I think it's short.
Good push there by the Wahoo defense to stop him.
There we go.
Short of the line of game, the Warriors take over. 1st and 10.
So the gamble to go there on 4th and 2 doesn't pay off for Mount Michael, and Wahoo makes up for that turnover they had.
We're basically starting the game over right now, yeah. It could have been an interesting situation if they went down the field, running the ball and pounded it in. But now we got a chance to
now Wahoo's deep in their own territory, so got to hold on to the ball here. So Jace Kaminsky out of the shotgun. He's going to roll out to throw.
Nice.
He's going to hit Josh Fox there, off the left side.
Nice route by Foxy there. He was open right away and then turned and kind of broke to the sideline, and Jace just drops it right in the bucket.
And like you kind of were mentioning before we went on air, Kaminsky really just efficient quarterback, and you could see that on that type of play.
He'll sit there and wait and roll out, and if Josh was covered, he'll just tuck it and get 4 or 5 or whatever he can get. He's a deceptively good runner too.
Kaminsky out of shotgun. He's going to hand it off there.
That ball, I think, was on the ground again.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit of a miscue with the handoff to Logan Kelly there, and by the time he gathered himself, there was a defender right there.
Luckily, Wahoo was able to hold on to it that time, so a little bit of ball security issues in the early going for the Warriors. See if they can get that kind of cleaned up a little bit here.
Yeah, you wouldn't think on a nice fall night like this. It's a little warm, but other than that, there's no reason for the ball to be slick.
Kaminsky out of the shotgun. Got Brigham to his left side. He's going to hand it off to him. Brigham, nice cutback. He's going to. Oh, wow.
Wow.
And he's gone.
Wow. Yeah, this one's making the Instagram tonight. Holy crap. He moved in every direction you can move in the pile, forward, back. He turned into a Tecmo Bowl character, and then he hit the gap, and there was a free safety there that tried to catch him, but
And then just went 87 yards.
He was able to just turn on the jets. Yeah. That's a.
So what looked like was going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain turns into an 87-yard touchdown run there.
That was beautiful because it really looked like 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Get what you can get. He was hopping around in there and then hit the jets, and that's just something that Kip Brigham does that most people have no idea.
Yeah. Kane Hare there with the extra point, so Wahoo now up 7-0. And that's one thing that's good about Wahoo. I mean, they get that big play just to give themselves that momentum. Things didn't look like they were going so well for them in the beginning.
Yeah, it was
one big play and it's a lot better.
Yeah, it was looking like kind of a fist fight going here, and then now all of a sudden, you get a big play, and now there's a little bit of an exhale. It's like, all right, here we go. Now you switch it to the other side. All right, now you guys are going to be able to score. Now they went right down the field last time, so they're confident. They're not shaking yet, but.
No.
But the whole game is, their offense is, we're going to shorten the game. We're going to have good possessions. We're going to score. But the problem is, if we can get stops and then we can get our scoring going, that's not real prone to like a catch-up. If you're down 14 or you're down 21, that's not exactly a catch-up type of offense. That's a pound it out, eat the clock offense. But
yeah, and you're right. I mean, they've got to be happy with what they've done so far. But, that's a little demoralizing, giving up a big play like that, especially when you're playing a team that might be a little more physical, bigger than you are.
Yeah, they totally had their chance, too. I mean, we gave them a great opportunity, and, 4th and short, they just couldn't quite get it. And then, we have a couple plays, and then boom. That's what we found is, and in high school football, really, if you're the team that can not make mistakes and just be consistent, you win most of the time. And, Mount Michael was winning that drive. Mm-hmm. It's just they just couldn't finish it, and then we got a shot, and
here with
things
the
went
kickoff
well.
There for Wahoo. It's return.
Ooh. Harry
Kruger with a huge hit on Brady Quinlivan for Mount Michael. He just got stopped right in his tracks.
Harry, they give out an award every week called a hammer for like a big hit or something, and Harry – in this first quarter of this game might have earned himself a hammer. Who knows how the rest of this game goes, but that was a hammer shot right there.
Yeah.
That was a nice hit.
I don't think Quinlivan was expecting to be stopped in his tracks like that. But,
no, and Harry's not the guy you want to meet on a kickoff, that's for sure. He's a physical dude, and he brings it.
Will Scheiber out of the shotgun for Mount Michael. They're going to throw it.
Well, there we go. There's a little screen pass right there. Yeah, there you go, and they make
get up
first
to about
down right
the
there.
45-yard line. Good catch there by Brady Quinlivan. They've been using him a lot in the run game and the pass game.
Yeah, and he's a good athlete. He's a good runner.
Came into this game with 439 rushing yards, so he's made his work on the ground. But it was a good catch by him out of the backfield.
And that's a little bit of a tendency break there. They're in a double tight type of set, and then they throw a little running back screen there. So that's kind of a wrinkle they're throwing in there.
Scheiber.
Another pass.
Yeah. This time he can't hit Quinlivan, who tries to cut across the field there to the left side. But he was open, just a little too far in front of him.
Absolutely, yeah. And, they've got a little bit of a thunder and lightning thing going on because number 7, their other running back, is that Rambled right there? Or no, that's Quinlivan. 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rambled's 27. Okay, yeah. Quinlivan's fast. I mean, I'm watching film on the Fort Calhoun game, and he's a really quick guy. And so they've got kind of a power guy, and they've got kind of a speed guy.
And right there, they give it to Rambled up the middle, and gets past midfield.
And he gets in the open, and he's a tough guy to catch. He's like Kip. He's a speedy dude.
Mm-hmm. So Mount Michael for the second possession in a row, past midfield here. Have a manageable 3rd and 2 here. We'll see if Wahoo can stop them. They had a 4th and 2 last possession, so see if it's a similar outcome.
Yeah, I think if we can, hopefully we can get a stop here because at this point in the field, at the positive 47 there, it's probably not a go for it time because it's not that deep in the game, and that is punting distance there. But let's see if we can get a stop right here.
Scheiber out of the shotgun.
Passing game again. Oh, at Eli Shada.
Shada with a
gobbled
huge
him
sack.
up. That was huge.
Kind of was an awkward exchange of the ball. He didn't catch it cleanly, and then Eli was right there to
and Shada
sack
got
him.
through quick, and and they're going for it. They're throwing. They're trying to throw it downfield. They ran a couple pass play. I mean, 3 pass plays on that drive. So they were kind of opening up the playbook a bit.
Jed rambled back to, or not? Yeah, Jed rambled back to receive or going to kick off here for Mount Michael.
We got Kip and Landon back there ready to.
For Wahoo.
It's tough. We'll see if they kick to him. I don't know why a guy wouldn't just punt this ball out of bounds, but yeah, and that's what they do. A little bit of a shank right there, short one high to the right, and there you go. I mean, that would have been about a 10-yard return for Kip and Landon, and they would have got that no matter what. So probably a strategic move on Mount Michael's part. Just punt that thing out of bounds and live to fight another day.
Yeah.
So, like, this game has started off weird because we haven't really run enough plays to get a feel yet on offense. A few running plays and then a big running play. But in terms of checking to see, what kind of coverage we're going to get, how they're going to react to shifts, we haven't really had that yet. It's been a little bit of an awkward start, even though Kip had a ridiculous SportsCenter top 10 run. Trying to kind of get things figured out and get ourselves lined up right. And Coach Fox takes a timeout to talk it over. Something wasn't right out there. I'm guessing he's being a little terse in the huddle there about getting our ducks in a row and getting this game going. Like let's get clean here. It's been a couple of games. We've had a couple of wild starts. Like the Aurora game was kind of an interesting start. Some turnovers. The DC West game was kind of an interesting start. It's like if we can start games. I mean, we had a great game against Gross. It was just lights out all night. But then, a little bit of I don't know if rough start's the right word, but for a team that's, the number one team, supposed to be, the top of the class, we should be cleaner and more efficient, especially early on in a game like this. It's not something that you want.
And I don't know if you would necessarily call it like a mid-season lull, but just kind of that mid-season stuff you're just trying to kind of work out and whatnot.
Right, you're trying to get efficient and.
Jace Kaminsky out of the shotgun here for Wahoo. They're going to hand it off there to Landon. Yeah, Landon.
Nice.
Thigh off the outside, and he gets up to the 50-yard line. That was a nice
little end around right there to Landon. And Landon's another guy. Sometimes you say guys are track fast. He's really track fast. He's like state champion sprinter fast.
Yep.
And he gets out in the open and he gets running. It's really tough to get a hold of him.
So Wahoo, they're up at the midfield now. Kaminsky out of the shotgun. Got Brigham to his left side. Going to hand it off to him. He's going to go off the right side.
Shake and bake. See ya.
Yep, he's gone again.
A little bit of misdirection. Cody Hesser kind of snaked around in the backfield just to give the secondary something to think about and something to look at. And then you get Kip. We get a good down block. And when he hits the hole, there was a couple of nights there that had a chance to get a hand on him, but he'll run through an arm tackle. Yeah. He's not 210 pounds, but he's really strong, and his center of gravity is so low. He'll disappear behind a lineman. He'll come out, and next thing you know, his 1-foot acceleration is elite.
Kane Hare lined up for the extra point, and
there we go.
Knocks it through. Second one of the game.
Nice job, Kane.
Yeah, and so that's 2 now 50-plus yard runs for scores now for Brigham, and I feel like that's kind of like his specialty. I mean, he's just a big play type of guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a big play guy, and, we've had games where we grind it out and pound it out. 2 years ago, Broken Bow came in here when these guys were all sophomores, and we had an absolute hammer fight with them to the very last minute of the game. And it was exactly that. It was 3 yards here, 3 yards there, 3 yards here, 3 yards there. And it was like a 1-0 baseball game. And with a minute left in the game, the outcome, it was like an 8-6 game or something. The outcome was 100% up for grabs. And those are the kind of games that really build your character, when you can win that kind of a fist fight. And early on, this game was showing some signs like they're going to take it right to us. And they probably watched that Broken Bow film because their offense isn't terribly different than broken bows. It's just a lot of pound, pound, pound. We're not going to make a mistake. Will you type of offense. And against a lot of teams, that wins you a lot of games. Just that discipline at the high school level. But then when you get another team that's disciplined and also they've got some, some pretty good talented players, some explosive players, then it's changes it a bit.
Hare kicks it off. It's going to be returned there by Clint Levin. He gets around on the left side. Ooh, he's going to get up. Yeah, he's going to get up to the 35-yard line.
It's a shifty little dude right there.
Yeah, gets up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah,
looked like he's going to get stopped there at the 20.
Yeah, I'd love to see an instant replay on that because it looked like we had a little bit of a crease and some guys running down the field. And if you're running a lot of guys run kick returns to their own sideline just for whatever reason, but to hide in all the same colored jerseys. But there was definitely a little bit of a crease in our lanes over here, so I'm sure they'll be talking to those guys off the field about getting in your lanes because they can watch the video on the sideline now.
Will Schreiber, 2 backs to both sides. Out of the shotgun here for the Knights. Going to be a flag here.
There we go.
Looks like it's going to be a false start.
Yep, we lined up, and then we shifted to a different front, and one of their guys just kind of got excited. Because that's the other thing about these offenses. They're very disciplined. You do this, do this, do this, do this, but then all of a sudden something moves in front of you. You think, oh, my guy just moved. And then you get a little antsy, and that's where those false starts come in.
So a Knights team trying to kind of get something going here on offense. They're backed up here on the 30-yard line, 1st and 15. So we'll see how they operate out of that. Will Schreiber out of the shotgun, 2 backs to both sides. He's going to hand it off there to Jed Ranald.
There we go.
And Wahoo
nice
just
job.
With a pile of guys.
Nice job up front. Everybody staying home.
Wall of defenders there.
Yeah. You stay home, you box them in, and then here come the linebackers. That was a nice job. Nice little negative play there. And this is – it's super cliche, but it's a big drive because we're at a point in the game where we had a couple of explosive plays, and their offense isn't really built for scoring a lot of points quickly. You're at a point in the game where if we can step on them here and get the ball back, then there'll be some second thoughts. And that's where you start getting some real heavy momentum in the game here. If we can play some good defense right now.
Knights out of the same formation, out of the
pass right here.
Backs, yeah.
Oh, see ya. Caden Christian.
Caden Christian with an interception and gets down to about the 2-yard line.
That was awesome. He was staring that receiver down like a quick little out route.
And you could tell, he had it timed.
Caden
he was
planted
right
and just came right up on it and made a great jump on the ball. And Caden's another guy. He's a big playmaker in our offense, and he's been a corner for 3 years now, and he's a great athlete. And
showed it there.
Yeah, he showed it. And that's probably right there is probably from a film session because that guy could have ran a fade for all Caden knows. But he did know because he probably watched a lot of film, and between him and Coach Iverson, they knew exactly that was going to be a quick out route.
And they're going to do direct snap to Kip Brigham.
Ooh, cloud of dust right there.
Yeah.
Really close, though.
Yep. We'll see what.
I'd be surprised if we didn't do that again.
Yeah. I think it's going to be about half yard.
Oh, I see Jace is coming in now. A couple of guys coming in.
We've seen Wahoo do that this year with that running back direct snap in.
Yeah.
But it's a good play.
Yeah, it's just a heavy type of set where they put in an extra lineman to be a fullback and they just pound on you.
Kaminsky out of the shotgun got Brigham to his right side. He's going to roll out. And he might just scramble.
Go, Jace, go. There we go.
In for the touchdown.
Good job. They covered it up. They ran a little sprint out to the right, and they had everybody in the flat covered. Obviously people are looking at Kip, but we had receivers out there, and they were covered, so Jace just put his foot in the ground and came back. And good job by the lineman not to hold anybody on the reverse, the back action there where everybody cuts back. But that's what Jace can do. He's a guy that – he can just turn it up and get the yards he needs when things break down.
Yeah. Kane Hare on to kick for the Warriors. Try to make it 21-0.
There we go.
And he does. But yeah, I mean, back to Kaminsky. I mean, yeah, I mean, just a good job of not the guy's not open, just being able to use his legs like he knows he can and find that corner of the end zone.
Yeah.
So Wahoo, they're capitalizing on big plays here in this early going, defensively, offensively, and leads them to a 21-0 lead here with 1:29 in the first quarter.
Yeah, considering the start of the game, we would be really happy to be 21-0 right now. We're always happy to be up 21-0, but the game started out with them really going right at us physically, and we've withstood that initial shot. So we'll see how this next drive goes.
It'll be interesting to see if Mount Michael on this next possession, they try to pass it or move it around a little bit to some other guys. They've been pretty heavy with Ramold and Quinlivan, and Wahoo's been, I've kind of caught on to that and has been done a pretty good job of stopping those two guys. So we got Kane Hare back to kick for Wahoo on the kickoff. And he's a pretty good pretty good kicker.
Yeah, he is a good kicker. I mean, he's been real efficient for us this year, and you need a kicker because at some point that extra point is going to be a factor in a game. You really need to have a guy that can kick, and it's good to have a consistent kicker. And last week we had another kid kicking. His backup was pretty consistent as well, so it's all good to have that.
Return there by Brady Quinlivan.
There you go, Kyle Babst.
Babst stops him at around the 20-yard line, or excuse me, around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad return, but they're scheming something up over here on our sideline here, right down the numbers that they're able to spread out our guys. And Cal came in, actually overshot the play, planted his foot, came back, and tackled him immediately. So,
and after that touchdown, they had a pretty big huddle there. Like, they might be trying something.
We have to respond. We have to do something. Yeah.
Yep.
And they're starting. I mean, they're running more of a pro offense right now. One tight end, two backs, two receivers.
Will Schreiber pitches that off.
Looked like we might have one in the backfield, but
Jed Reynolds there.
We got him right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even for a loss there.
Yeah.
Logan Kelly was on a blitz on the outside, and if he would have went wide, Logan would have had him for a 4 or 5 yard loss.
They credit Harrison, I think Kruger there with the tackle.
Yeah, and the guys up front have done a good job. When there's only 3 of you up front, you have to try to get double teams because those linebackers need to run free. And if you got a guard or a tackle coming right at you, it's tough as a linebacker.
Will Schreiber, handoff up the middle, and good run there.
A little trap right there. It's a misdirection.
That was given to a new guy, Charlie Lahirix. Takes the ball there for Mount Michael, so getting a new guy a touch on the ball here for the Knights. So now they're getting closer to midfield again. I mean, they've had their chances here. It's just a matter of being able to put something together. But Wahoo's been pretty good of getting the stop when they need it. Turnover on downs.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're probably going to head to quarter right here.
Yeah.
And pretty good start to the game, really. So pretty happy with that.
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
All right, we're back here with the start of the second quarter here between Mount Michael and Wahoo. Scheiber out of the shotgun here for the Knights. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out. Pass is going to be incomplete there.
Yeah, good coverage by Fox there. He was right on top of that guy.
That pass was to Tyree Gones.
That's our guy.
Yeah. Charlie LaHirks there for Mount Michael.
That'd be great if Tyree caught that.
Yeah.
That'd mean we got a pick.
Yep.
Yeah, I think if they're going to line up and throw the ball, it's probably something that they've seen on film, because the 8% of the time they do that, it's one of a handful of routes, so those guys were probably drilled into their head. When you see this, here comes this quick out route, or here comes a little pass in the flats to the running back. Ooh.
Jed Reynolds with the punt there for Mount Michael, and Wahoo's just going to fair catch that. It's going to roll back to the 20-yard line there, or into about the 19-yard line there for the Knights.
Harry introduced himself to the up back on that punt, and he just about threw the up back.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was –
it was close to a blow.
Was that their running – was that their
it was the running back, yep. Yep.
He chucked him back, and he almost blocked the punt with the back of his head. So that's a tough spot when you got Harry bowling down on you and you're trying to protect the punter. But now we got another chance here on offense. Let's see. It would be nice to grind out about a 3 or 4 minute drive, but I know what could happen. It could be a 5-second drive, but I think Coach Fox has some time in mind.
Kamitsky out of the shotgun here. He's going to drop back and pass.
Well, maybe not. Oh.
He tries to hit.
Kind of threw it in Kip's direction.
Kip
he might have been kind of throwing it out of bounds because he knew that there was not much going on over there.
Kip almost made a play on it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And most of the time, Chase rolls out and he sees there's really nothing there. He's gonna make sure no one else is getting the ball other than our guy or the sideline or the ground or whatever. So he's a really efficient manager of the offense.
Kaminsky here. He's going to be out of the shotgun. Brigham to his left. Oh, shift to the right.
Yep. And then now we're seeing their front shifts over to our shift. So.
Ball's going to be handoff to Brigham. He goes to the left side, cuts back.
There we go. Good gain right there by Kip. Just a patient. He wanted to break it to the outside, but he's also patient enough to put his foot in the ground and get back up inside.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, and that was a nice 6-yard gain right there.
7-yard, yeah.
Gives us a very nice, manageable 3rd and 4.
Yeah. Brings up 3rd down and 3 from the 26-yard line.
So Wahoo now in a very 3rd and manageable. Kip Brigham in the shotgun. Or Kamitsky in the shotgun. Brigham to his right side. Kamitsky's going to toss it out to Kip.
There we go. Get to the edge there and get the line to gain. Uh-oh.
And Kip
Cut
might
back.
be gone. Cut back.
The starting gun went off, and he's gone.
So that's going to be a 74-yard run to the house there for Brigham.
And that goes on the books as a passing touchdown, I believe, because that was kind of a forward swing pass type of play.
Yep.
So there's a little passing offense going there, but it's basically like a toss to Kip.
Yeah.
And great job by Kip. He had kind of like the last run over here. He had some patience.
Yeah.
Came to our side, to the Mount Michael sideline. A lot of action there. He cuts back, does a little hopping, a little jump cutting. And then when he turns on the jets, the pursuit drill that you do in practice at least once a week if you're a good defense has to come into play. And if you don't take a good angle on Kip, which means you're basically running towards the goal line on the other direction, he's going to outrun you. And they've got some dudes over there that can run. And Kip just when he hits the gas, it's just a different situation.
Kane Hare knocks through the extra point for Wahoo. Warriors with a 28-0 lead, and Brigham, he's just making a lot out of plays that look like there's going to be nothing out of them.
Yeah.
He's just doing a very good job.
Really,
on the ground.
All these plays he's made tonight are very, exceptional type plays. That little hop around Tecmo Bowl thing he did earlier in the game, that you could take that play and you could make that the Kip Brigham Gold Star highlight type of play, because that's what he does. He will put his foot in the ground, hop around this guy, run through that guy, spin on this guy, and then when he gets down the sideline or he hits the Jets, and then he outruns everybody. So he does just about everything there is to do on all these big plays. Because
type of play you almost see like in a video game or something.
It is. He's a Tecmo Bowl guy. He's like Bo Jackson from the Tecmo Bowl days, or Walter Payton. He's hard to defend because he's just got so many. Yeah. And, he's not a big, tall – he's hard to find. In the scrum, he'll come shooting out of that scrum, and you got no chance because he's full speed in 2 steps.
He keeps a very low center of gravity.
Yeah, and he'll disappear behind the lineman, and he uses his blocks really well. He sees – his vision on the field is fantastic. And he's fast as heck, so check the box.
Kane Hare here, back to kick for Wahoo.
Ooh, is that out of bounds? Oh, staying in bounds. There we go.
Stays
Get on him, Cal.
There.
Cal Babst.
Cal Babst with a hit there.
Cal Babst might have just took that hammer from Harry.
Brady Quinn.
That was a that was a shot. Wow. That was one of those where your shoulders hit the ground, and that was the first thing, and then your butt and your feet hit the ground. That was Cal Babst exercising some demons right there because they've been keying on him because he's been a big player for our kickoff team this year. And I'm guessing on their kick return, they're saying, well, watch out, 23. He's coming down the field, and he likes to hit, so let's double him up or let's get him out of the lane. And, he found it there. Cal Babst.
Michael backed up deep here. Will Schreiber out of the shotgun. He's going to drop back to throw. Good pass over the middle and just dropped there.
Had a receiver right there, right up the middle. Would have been a nice play. Would have been about a 25-yard
and that was
completion right there.
Derek Brewer, he had it in his hands, just couldn't pull it into his body.
And I think, they're probably maybe taking a page from Coach Troy over at DC West. I think your passing game needs to be quick because if you give our guys a chance to get a rush on you, they're going to get to you. Play action and, slow developing pass plays are going to get your quarterback gobbled up. But that was a nice play right there. Yep. And they just missed it by a few inches.
Schreiber with the handoff. And
there we go.
Yeah, that time Jed Reynolds didn't go anywhere.
A little bit of room, but here comes Harry.
Yep. Kruger, Kruger with the
Games like this are nights where you see number 31 around the ball a lot, and you see a lot of physical plays, like Cal Babst making that hit. Tonight is a physical type of night. It's built up as that, and Coach Iverson likes to say that you're going to know when you're playing Wahoo because we're going to be physical, we're going to play fast, and we're really going to get after it, play fast and physical. And so far, the defense has lived up to that billing.
Schreiber out of the shotgun with Remold to his right. Schreiber's.
A little scramble right there.
Moves up in the pocket, and he's going to get about 2 or 3 yards.
He was looking for some action out of this trip set over here, and we covered it up really well. And props to the secondary for stepping up after last week, giving up a little bit of passing yards early in the game, and they have blanketed these receivers tonight. It's been a really well played defensive effort so far. So
the Knights now get 5 on that play, but they're going to go to punt again. Remold back there to kick for the Knights. That's going to go to Landon 5.
Oh, boy.
And he
cut it back.
Might break
Here we
it.
go. Cut her back again and gone.
Landon 5 with the touchdown on the punt return.
That was nice.
Special teams getting in on the action.
Yeah, he was just reading it. I'm up here seeing these holes open up, and he's cutting back. It's beautiful. He's reading his blocks because if you run off the blocker's butt, you have a great chance of getting more yards. But if you run in front of him, he'll probably hold, and then you'll get in trouble. But he's cutting off those blocks perfect, setting a guy up and cutting back. And he's another guy.
Yeah.
If he's in the open field, he's faster than you are. It's just what it is.
If you don't have a guy in front of him, he's going to
unless Kip Brigham's chasing Landon Fye is not getting caught by very many people. I shouldn't say never, but he's a hard guy to catch.
Point, it's up, it's good. 35-0 here. Favor Wahoo with 8:50. But just so many fast playmakers for the Warriors, and we just see another example of that there on that punt return.
Yeah, it's awesome. And And the other thing that's crazy is, okay, so you're a physical offense. You like to pound the ball. Now you're staring a running clock in the face when we get back from halftime.
Yep.
So unless you can break that 35-point barrier, this game is going to go so fast, and you just won't have a lot of time to pound out a physical, grinding offense. They're going to have to kind of get out of their comfort zone a little bit and maybe put the ball downfield a little more, which they're not used to doing. And that could lead to turnovers or, who knows what could happen. But anytime you get to a running clock situation, it just puts your offense in a heck of a bind.
Yep.
For the other guy, that is.
Yeah. So Wahoo's really taking advantage of the big plays here tonight, and it's got them with a 35-0 lead here, and they're going to have Hare back here to kick off here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Kane's getting the leg warmed up tonight. He's kicked off 6 times already.
Yeah. Kick, it goes off to the right side there.
Ooh, bobbled ball.
Bobbled there by Brady Quinlivan.
Oh, we broke through the front line there.
Yeah.
Good job recovering.
Good job by Wahoo to stop him in his tracks.
And I know there's a couple of safeties that lay back a little bit for in case that happens. And, Kane's one of the safeties, but then there's 2 guys running down the field, and their job is not to get caught up in the scrum and to kind of lay back and then sit there. And he broke through that front line. And Cal Baps was kind of chasing him back and trying to get him by the ankles, but then like a Josh Fox type of guy just is sitting there waiting because you really don't want to give up a play like that.
Yeah. Just an example of good tackling there.
Yeah. And we put our dudes on special teams. We don't want to give up any crazy stuff on special teams. So we put our older guys up there because we want to cover the ball.
Scheiber with the handoff there, and Wahoo just with a line of defenders.
That's a scrum right there.
Back.
It'd be easier to call off who wasn't in on that tackle. There's about 7 dudes over there all in the pile. Yeah, Cody Hesser and Cal Baps can just stand back there at safety and watch that action happen because that was something that last year our safeties wouldn't have to be involved in the defense in the run game quite as much because our front 7 would gobble people up so much. And it makes such a difference when your front 7 is tough because it takes the strain off of your back people, your defensive backs. So that
Scheiber there with the handoff there.
They don't have to get in on all that pounding.
Not a big run there for Mount Michael. Tried to push it there to the left side.
No gain brings up 3rd down.
It's going to stay 3rd and 10. So Mount Michael, they're trying to kind of pound it with their big guys, and Wahoo's.
Yeah.
They're holding them right now.
And they're thinking we don't want to punt this ball to these guys again. Let's just get a first down and let's keep this ball for a while.
There's still a lot of time here
There's
left.
so much time left in the second quarter. Yeah.
And they're going to call timeout. So you're probably.
Yeah,
You're thinking exactly right.
They're gonna reach into the bag here, I'm sure, because either that or he's going to give them maybe 2 plays and try to do some tempo or something. But yeah,
I'd be very surprised if we don't see a pass.
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
2 backs, 1 in the backfield, 1 off to his right.
There's that pass.
Yep.
Oh, good pressure right away by Logan Kelly right there.
Yeah.
To disrupt the timing on that, and
I feel like even if he would have caught that, it wasn't going to go.
Yeah,
very
we had
far.
a defender right there, and
Yep.
Anytime you give a guy a little bit of time in the backfield, he can get a good throw off if he can plant his foot. But if he's running for his life because you got Logan bearing down on him, that's probably not going to be as accurate of a pass. And then
I think that was a little bit of a case of hearing footsteps and.
Yeah, you got a guy. He would have got hit if he would have held on to that ball another half second. He would have got hit by Logan and sacked for a loss.
So Jed rambled with the punt. We'll see if Landon Fye can do something again.
Let's pick it up.
Picks it up.
Yep. That bobble.
He's still on his feet.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Back.
There we go. A little too much.
Yeah, a little too fancy there that time.
A little too much Roger Craig trying that stuff, but he's one of those guys that if he spins around and goes the other way and gets a step on you, but he tried a little bit. Mm-hmm. He tried to make a play. That's going to take away from his yardage totals there. He got a little negativity there.
Yep,
lost about 10 or so yards on that
punt return.
On that punt return, but
he's still that type of guy, though. I mean, it could maybe end up in a negative play, but I mean, he could also break a big play, something like that too. So I guess it's just kind of the consequence that you have with a player like that.
Oh, what do we got here?
Flag on the play.
False start on somebody.
It's gonna be a false start on Wahoo.
Somebody was moving around there in the middle of the formation. Landon came in motion towards us, towards the center of the formation, and somebody must have shifted while he was in motion. So
he's going to move the Warriors back to the 19-yard line.
Got to sit tight right there. That's two negatives in a row. We want to try to get that back here and have a good play.
Kaminsky, he's out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Brigham. Brigham up the middle.
That was Harry right there.
Kruger.
That was a tough play because you had.
And he breaks it.
My head was kind of spinning. I saw Landon come one way. I saw Kip go the other way, and then we say Harry go right up the middle. That's a. If you're not reading your keys on there as a defender, you're gonna.
He's another runner. He's pretty. I mean, pretty hard-nosed guy up the middle.
He's so physical.
He's not someone you want to try to tackle.
Yeah. And he's not slow. Like we were talking before the game about that run back of that. Interception, tip, fumble thing at Ashland. He ran it like 75, 80 yards, so he's not slow, but he's definitely hard to bring down because he's such a big kid, physical kid.
Handoff there up the middle to Brigham.
There we go. Somebody caught him right there in the middle of the formation.
Still gets probably 6 yards there on the run.
So we're sitting at about, 3rd and 3, somewhere around there?
Yep.
Our fancy digital gauge over there on the sideline must have had some electrical issues or something. Usually it says how many yards we get to go. Got one of them fancy ones over there. But it's pretty easy to see.
Yep.
It's 3rd and Kip is what it is.
Yep.
We got the wing set over here.
Brigham.
And we're shifting Harry into the backfield. Oh, looks like we're going to throw it.
Throw there, and it's going to be
Was he out?
In or out?
That was a
too,
great catch by Fox, but I think he might have been out of bounds. It looked like he was trying to get the toe touch, but terrific catch, just a little bit out of bounds.
Yeah.
And we might see our punter.
For the first time.
Is Caden going to come out and what do we got here? 4th and 3. Looks like Jace is in the game. We're gonna get this ball. We're going to get this play right here. So
Kaminsky, he's going to come out of the shotgun with Brigham to his right. Michael, almost with the
could be a hard there. Cant to try to get him off sides. No, he's giving it to Harry.
Harry Kruger with the hit. With
Harry, line to gain Harry right there.
Yep.
It looks really close, but that official is on the line, and that marker was behind the line a little bit, so.
Yeah. And Harry,
moving those sticks.
And I feel like Harry Kruger, he's one of those guys. I mean, if he was on a different team, he'd probably get a lot more touches just with the amount of guys they have in the backfield with Wahoo.
He'd be one of these guys from Mount Michael. He'd be a star from Mount Michael because he'd be pounding that ball.
But, I mean, he takes advantage of the opportunities he gets.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good run there to get the first down. So we got Kaminsky in the shotgun. Drops back. Throw downfield.
Ooh.
That's going to be just out of the hands there.
Yep. Going for Cal Baps on a bomb right there. Yeah, when you got a wrinkle, and your wrinkle is 6'1", 195-pound fullback linebacker, that's a tough situation because you got him and then you got lightning behind you with Kip.
Lightning
and so
and
that's thunder. You got thunder and lightning all in the same backfield.
Lightning, yeah. Kaminsky out of the shotgun. Shift here to the left. Ball's handed off to Kip. Pushes close to that midfield.
That was a nice little play, kind of. Instead of hitting it to the outside, that's where all these rings, because the later you get in the season, the more things Coach Fox brings out of the bag. So you can't just watch our third game and say, well, that's what their offense looks like. Well, you know, because that's a set where you've got the wing on one side, and usually that means we're running to the outside, try and stop us. We're running the outside. Well, that time it came inside, and that was a designed inside play. So you can't just line up by formation and slant to the wing and think you're going to get it, because we've got those running plays for every gap.
Kaminsky with the handoff to Brigham.
Here we go.
And he breaks it down to the 40-yard line.
Ball carried by Brigham.
Nice, good run there off the right side by the senior tailback for the Warriors.
Nice little stiff arm on the sideline here. But I'll give the guy credit. He got, even though he ate one, he got Kip out of bounds. So.
And, I mean, this has got to be tough for the Mount Michael defense. I mean, you're just trying not to give up the big play, but, I mean, these little chunk plays don't help you out a whole lot.
No, it's demoralizing. Yeah, it really stinks trying to stop the run, and when it's a long drive. This has been a really good churning it out type of drive.
Wear the defense down. Kaminsky fakes the hit. He throws it down.
He's open.
He's got a guy wide open.
Oh.
Good shot, try there by Josh Fox.
Yeah, the defender. Defender caught up to him right as the ball was getting there. That was a nice throw by Jace.
Yeah, that was a good recover there by Mount Michael's
defense.
He did. I mean, it looked like he was going to be wide open.
It was a tick on kind of the back shoulder of the receiver, which gave that corner a little bit of time to catch up, because Josh is tall. He can go up over a guy, but he came back to it, and then the corner was right there. So it was a good play by Mount Michael. Otherwise, it would have definitely been a touchdown for Josh Fox.
So Kaminsky out of the shotgun here.
We got a couple tight ends in the game now. Landon Glock is in now.
Might see a little more of the passing game here. Going to hand it off to Brigham.
Looks like
he's going to be bottled up there.
Sticking right there, yep, gobbling it up.
That might be one of his first negative runs of the night.
Yeah.
So Wahoo now back at the 41-yard line. I would assume this is probably more of a passing down for the Warriors, but I mean, but with Brigham, you never know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's really tough because you could. I mean, Kip could take it for 12 yards pretty quickly, but we got three receivers out there, so we'll see what Chase has going here.
Kaminsky out of the shotgun. He's going to roll to his left. Looks downfield. Moves up in the pocket. And finds
there we go.
Fox
Nice
there.
job. Nice job by Foxy. Right past the line to gain there.
Bound about to the 24-yard line.
Yeah. It really looked like Jace could have just taken off and got that too, but he's.
For a second, that looked like what might be what he did.
It did, yeah.
Or what he did.
Are they? What are they discussing over here? Did they think he was across the line?
I think that is what. I mean, it was close.
Oh, they did throw the flag. Yep. He was across the line. Yep.
It was a good decision, but he did move pretty far up in the pocket. It was pretty close.
And that's just how Jace plays. He wants to get the ball in the playmakers, other people's hands, and so he's constantly looking downfield.
See who he can find.
And he takes off running when he kind of has to. And it's not because he's afraid of contact or he doesn't want to run or he's not very fast. All those things, he's afraid of nothing, but he just likes to dish it out and, be a good manager of the offense. Yeah.
Watch his playmakers make plays.
Get the ball to Foxy for a first down. It's an easy throw and catch. And so now we got now it looks like we're bringing in the punter because we lost that down right there.
Yeah. So Caden Christian
and this is a strategic thing
for the Warriors
because hopefully we can pin them deep and try to get the ball back for one more possession.
So this is Christian's first punt of the night.
Ooh.
Number 7, Brake Little.
Bounce into the end zone.
So it's going to be a start at the 20-yard line here for the Knights with 3:23 left.
Yeah, and Caden was all-state last. He was our punter last year. He was an all-state player as a punter / athlete. And I don't know how many times he's punted in a varsity game this year. You know, we just haven't punted a lot, and that's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, man, I haven't got any punts in. How am I going to
Yeah.
He's got like 5 punts for the season or something.
He's kind of had that problem the last 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. But he's enough of an athlete and a playmaker that he gets attention everywhere. And then when the voters see that he's also a punter, it's like, well, there you go.
Yep. Will Schreiber with the pass.
Ooh.
And that one just goes through the hand of
That one was tipped. And we had 2 blue jerseys over there. Sometimes those tipped balls end up going the other way, but
either way, that play wasn't going to go anywhere if he would have caught it.
Yeah, and that stops the clock. That's a free timeout. Because I know I'm pretty confident that Coach Fox would like to have another shot at running the offense because, you know, we got stymied on this last one, had to punt it. It would be nice to get another possession, but
in one way you're kind of playing into Wahoo's hands, but on the other hand, Mount Michael, you're trying to move the ball and make some big plays.
They're playing for just whatever they can get.
Schreiber with the handoff there to Jed Reynolds.
Let's see if we
gets a few yards there. Not much. That's going to move the clock under 3 minutes here.
Yeah, maybe we're maybe we're going to let it go. Because if we can get a stop right here, we'll get the ball back with, you know, a little under 2 minutes probably, somewhere around there, minute 45 or something. And that's enough time to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit and try to sneak some points in before halftime. But
so Wahoo's defense in a really good position here, 3rd and long.
And here's trips, so you know they're running a trip set. So here comes some passing routes. Let's make sure we don't give up something over the middle, something deep, keep it all in front of us.
3 guys to the left side for Mount Michael. Schreiber's pass. It's going to go over the head there of Brady Quinlivan.
And Kristen was
Jack Burke.
Yeah, and Kristen was right there. So if he'd have caught that ball, it would have been a no gain.
Yep.
But the clock is stopped. I mean, it's just
2:29.
It's kind of a big old silver platter right here for. Yeah.
Well, and being deep in there on their side of the field, I mean, Wahoo's going to have it in very good field position.
We should start, assume. And that's been another good another good situation. Our team has kept the ball on our side of the field a lot this year by pinning people deep, making them punt, getting good returns. We've played on our half of the field a lot this year. And there's another short one right over the Wahoo bench.
Yeah, and that's going to be around the 40-yard line, maybe where Wahoo gets it. Ooh, they're marking it closer to the 30.
Yeah, that was caught by an agile young lineman over there on the sideline. I wasn't sure who that was. I was pretty proud of that catch. That was a nice little punt.
So Wahoo, they're going to get great field position here at the 35-yard line. At 2:23, that's
not a good situation.
No, that's an eternity from this.
A year ago, we scored like 3 times with this much time left in the second quarter against Aurora. It went insane. So crazy things can happen in 2 minutes when you've got some we're in empty right now, so there's no. Oh, here comes Kip across the formation.
Kaminsky.
But empty formation right here.
Looking to throw it downfield, moving in the pocket. Off to his left.
Here you go, Kip.
And he finds a.
We'll throw to Kip. Are you kidding me? Kip. Brigham is a receiving threat now. He's our lead receiver, I'm sure. And it is 1st and goal.
Yeah, and he pulls defender. He catches that ball, but then he pulls him for about another 5-6 yards after that.
Yeah, he'll drag people. He's a very powerful guy. And now we're.
So he's Kip Brigham kind of doing it in the passing game, run game tonight, just doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's ready to do the Heisman pose here. I mean, it's crazy all that and he really is a dynamic athlete. You could line him up anywhere, and and he's not a real tall guy. He's not a huge guy. So even at the next level, he could be a threat anywhere on the football field with those skills, those pass catching skills and his ability to run.
That run there by
Logan Kelly.
Logan Kelly, goes for a little bit.
Logan's been a little bit of a goal line weapon for us. He's our backup quarterback, but he's a really good athlete, good defensive back. He's got a lot of picks at the safety spot, comes off the edge a lot, but he's been a pretty good threat. He's another guy. He would start at quarterback for 75% or more of C1 teams. And he's got he's a junior right now,
Yeah.
and so next year it'll be a good opportunity for him to take the reins, but he's tough to deal with. Oh, there's
with
Jace.
the quarterback keeper on
There
the
we
right
go.
side, and he's in for his second rushing touchdown of the night here.
Nice job.
Nice
Nice
little
job.
quarterback keeper there.
Yep.
And Wahoo got the 41 now up on the board, and see if Kane can make it 42. But yeah, you just knew. You just had the feeling with the ball in the 35-yard line, Wahoo was going to be in a.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, mission accomplished as far as it goes. But and it's crazy. I would not, considering how good Mount Michael has been, I would not have pegged this game to be as lopsided it was at half. You know,
Yep.
a lot of games we're able to kind of take over and things get a little more out of hand in the second half. But this is a power running team who usually holds the ball, possesses the ball.
Yep.
And we've been able to put the brakes on that, and then they've got out of their comfort zone trying to throw it around, and that's really not their bag. I mean, we're D'ing them up right now, and it's nice to watch because when you play great defense and you run the ball great, you know, good things happen, and that's been their MO too. They've been really good this year, but I think they've
they only came in with 58 points given up on the year.
Yeah, they. You know, they're kind of coming into our place, and they're finding that we play a different
brand of football.
A different brand of football too, and
those big plays at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it's really demoralizing.
It's demoralizing. Yeah. It just moves everything the wrong direction. So Mount Michael here, and they got a good return here.
Big return off that right side, our left side. They have schemed something up to where they've been. I mean, we've kicked the dang thing off 7 times tonight, so 2 of their returns have been pretty good. And but it's kind of crazy to think that many times you've kicked the ball off. But they've got athletes back there that if those guys on kickoff coverage are kind of resting a little bit, maybe getting a little comfortable, then they've got good enough athletes. And here they are at midfield with 50 seconds left, and this is a good time for our defense to step up and make sure we don't give up any points going into halftime.
Yeah. Quinlivan was with the return there, and he's been a good, speedy little back for them tonight, and he had a good kick return there. So Will Schreiber out of the shotgun here for the Knights. Got 2 in the backfield.
Throwing it up.
Yep.
Turn Foxy. Oh, there you go. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, good
They're taking a shot, you know.
Yeah. Josh Fox is all over him. He was ready for it.
Yep.
But I mean, if you're Mount Michael, that's what you got to do at this point. I mean, you're just trying to get some positive.
You got to make some plays, And you're getting into silver lining territory too, where it's like, all right, let's find something we can hang our hat on.
Yeah.
You know, they can look back to that first drive and say, hey, we ran the ball well here. We were able to do this. Let's try to get that back. But they're probably going to need to throw it a little bit here.
So Will Schreiber here with the handoff. Gives it to Quinlivan. He gets up to about or past midfield, close to the 45.
Now we'll see, do you take a shot here on 3rd down? Or do you just hand the ball off and go to halftime?
Yeah.
6 brings up 3rd down.
And judging by how they're letting the clock kind of move, it looks like they might just be ready to take this to halftime. Stop the bleeding where it's at.
He might be calling a timeout. Yeah, it looks like he might be calling it. Are they going to have to run a play, or is he going to call a timeout? Yep, he's calling a timeout. He's Matt ruling it, and they're going to try to throw something out there.
With 3 seconds.
Say, you know what? Let's line one up. Let's chuck it as far as we can and see if we can get either a pass interference or a long catch.
Yep.
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
Sneak a guy out of the backfield or something, but
so Wahoo, they drop several defenders.
Yeah, we've got
coverage.
We've got 4 safeties on the field right now.
So Schreiber with the pass off to the left side.
There you go, Landon.
Yeah. Ben Alessandro just not able to pull that down, but again, good defense by Elena Fayan.
Yeah, they just tried to maybe just have a long completion down the sideline, which.
And it's been good defense all night by
the
Warriors secondary. So
props to our back half for stepping up and saying, you know, last week was a fluke. We're not doing that again. We're done with this. So on to the half.
Yep, strong defense, big plays on offense, and Wahoo with the 41-0 lead on Mount Michael as we head into the break.
We're here at Saunders Medical Center, and they are the title sponsor for tonight's football game against Mount Michael, and want to say thank you to Saunders Medical Center for being great partners with local, like the high school, for example. Stepping up, being a part of the Booster Club, being a part of what the high school grows and we see with every aspect of healthcare within the school. You guys are a part of that. So thank you for that.
Yes. And so, one important thing there is something we haven't mentioned just a little bit ago. The trainer, Rachel Hall, the trainer, is an employee of Saunders Medical Center, and she is a phenomenal resource and support for Wahoo Public Schools and the county, because she also heads up a concussion management program for the county. Any school that wants to be involved, Saunders County pays for that service. She heads it up. I supervise Rachel, but that's how close we are to Wahoo.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, this is Dr. Newborn, and you have been in the medical field for a little while. You started off in the military, so you have a variety of experience.
Correct. Out of medical school, I did my family practice residency in Lincoln, and then the Army paid for my medical school, so I owed them 4 years active duty, which I did in Fort Carson, Colorado Springs. And during that time, saw a lot of things that you don't normally see. Malaria. We saw people from all over the world, different kinds of health problems that you just don't notice or see that much in a rural community in Nebraska. So I had a lot of exposure there, deployed for the Afghanistan conflict for a short period of time. And that was a phenomenal experience from a medical standpoint. And then when I got out of the Army, I went to Seward, Nebraska, where I practiced there for 15 years, and I've now been at Wahoo for 8.5 years. It was right about that time where Wahoo was losing 3 physicians, all within about 6 months of each other, and it left Dr. Medna. So I was able to come in, help support here, along with Tyler Oswald and Nate Kotera, and now we've built up a great medical staff, and 2 of them are locals.
Right, and I actually ask about that. Saunders Medical Center doing a great job bringing talent back, you know, giving the opportunity for those to have experience around the world, but then to move back home and support family.
And that is something that it's intentional. It was great to get Dr. Opp here and then Dr. Hancock, but a lot of the nursing staff are local. We try to hire local because we like to promote that family taking care of family, neighbors taking care of family. We just got a new dietitian hired back. Haley is her name. I don't know her last name yet. It's not, she's married now, so it's a maiden name, but prominent family within Wahoo.
Yeah.
She golfs, so everybody probably knows who that is. There's a lot of those, so it's great to bring those people back here.
Yeah.
Because they're invested in the health of Saunders County.
And then I know from personal experience, whether it's physical therapy with my family being involved with that in some way, or personal care or having to get some minor procedures or things like that, you have the ability to do that right here instead of having to travel to the big city.
Yes, it is nice. We have those visiting physicians, specialists that come from Omaha and from Lincoln to provide those services. It's just a lot easier on the patient, and convenience is really important today.
It is. And so center right here just outside of Wahoo, but serving the entire county and being
Correct.
Involved in that. So like you said, with the training for the schools and Rachel and just have those resources available. For example, one of the things that I know Rachel was talking about a couple years ago, I listened, is that injuries have gone down 60%, sports-related injuries, because training has been able to accurately teach, get them accurately done so to avoid injury.
Preventive care is extremely important, and Rachel is just fantastic, as everybody knows in the community. Mm-hmm. She is very good at what she does.
Yeah.
But it does, if you can get them hydrated, you get proper nutrition ahead of time, you avoid cramping during the game, you avoid the fatigue injuries that happen towards the end of the game, because they're so well conditioned, they're so well prepared. And then when they do get injured, she provides a lot of service, rehabilitating them, getting physical therapy here at Saunders Medical Center as well, so that when they do go back to participating, they're full speed.
Yes. And again, just a reminder, Saunders Medical Center with Saunders County provides that for the schools.
Yes.
And so that's amazing. So again, family helping family, friends helping friends, community helping community. That's what it's all about here at Saunders Medical Center. So again,
Correct.
You are a great part of that, and raising a family and being a part here, right?
Yes.
And so again, if you have any questions or if you have needs, come stop out or call and be able to set up an appointment, talk to one of the many doctors like Dr. Newborn, and be able to help figure out and get the proper care, preventative care if possible, but also those care needs as we continue on. Everybody has them. So right here, Saunders Medical Center will help guide you to where you need to be. Thank you very much for being great sponsors and great partners with our community.
All right, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Give it up for the Warrior Marching Band. And now, fans, we'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank Saunders Medical Center and Wahoo for their incredible support of Wahoo Athletics. As tonight's sponsor, the Wahoo Athletic Boosters, Saunders Medical Center continues to make a lasting impact on our programs by helping provide the resources, care, and support our student athletes need to compete at their best. Their commitment to our schools goes far beyond sponsorship. It's a true partnership focused on the health and success of our youth. One of the most visible and valuable contributions Saunders Medical Center makes is providing our outstanding athletic trainer, Rachel Hall. Rachel plays a critical role in keeping our athletes healthy, safe, and ready to perform, both in practices and on game day. Her knowledge, care, and presence on the sidelines are a direct reflection of Saunders Medical Center's dedication to excellence and community well-being. Please join us in giving a big round of applause to Saunders Medical Center and Rachel Hall. Thank you for being champions of Wahoo Athletics. And once again, folks, since it is Pink Out Night and Saunders Medical Center is our sponsor, they greatly encourage all the ladies in the audience, talk to your provider about when to schedule that mammogram. Early detection saves lives.
Oh, he's just playing?
Yeah, he's just playing.
Are we on?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a minute to go.
Yeah, so
So we're back here with a little bit of a recap here of the first half here between Wahoo and Mount Michael. Warriors up by 41 points, and just kind of a little bit of a rundown of the first half. Brigham found the end zone several different times there in the first half on some really big runs, and had Kaminsky also scramble in for 2 touchdowns, and Kane Christian with a big interception there that set up one of those touchdowns there for Kaminsky. Got it down to about the 2-yard line, and Jace did the rest. Kane Hare, he's been 5 of 6 on extra points. He's been solid in the kicking game, and then just looking at the defense, they've been really swarming Mount Michael all night. I mean, Knights held under 5 first downs in the first half, so it's been kind of tough going for Mount Michael, but good if you're a Wahoo fan.
Yeah, and the Captain Obvious analysis of the game is Kip Brigham's really good at football. I mean, it's and we've had a lot of guys make a lot of plays tonight, but then when you have an elite guy that can break big plays and make those game-breaking type runs, it just changes so much, because you could have a guy that's more of a pounder. You could have a guy that's just a good high school running back.
Yeah.
Who's getting you, 3, 4, 5 yards, and then sometimes you get you a 20-yard run or whatever. But then all of a sudden it's like, all right, hand off to Kip, 80, done. It changes everything, and it makes it so tough on the other team's D coordinator to try to think, how am I going to slow this kid down, because nobody has done it yet.
Yeah.
The line is blocked well for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing is, these are all new guys. This line, these guys last year, there's a couple of them standing out here I was talking to at halftime. Those guys were killing everybody last year. And then these younger guys would come in the second half and play and cleanup time. Well, now they're the starters, and it's like the old Nebraska days. All those guys, we'd be killing somebody, and the juniors and sometimes sophomores and even freshmen would get in.
Yeah.
And by the time you're a junior, you've played in a lot of varsity football games. And so a lot of these guys out here tonight have played in varsity games, just not in the early moments of the game, not when the bullets are really flying around and things are going. But they've really rose to the occasion this year. we don't have as many dudes as last year. I mean, last year all these guys were the depth behind our starters. So we had 10 linemen that could play last year. This year there's not quite as many guys, but the guys we have are still rotating. They're staying fresh, and they're doing a good job when they're out there. Yeah. And the guys that do come in, there's been some young guys have stepped up and filled in some spots with injuries. And props to the offensive guys getting that line, getting the defensive line going, and Coach Iverson with not a new defense. All his athletes on the back half are all back, and Harrison is back, and Eli Shade is back, which is pretty good. Yeah. But everybody, a lot of the front seven are new guys. So these guys have really, really played great defense this year. Yeah. And aside from a couple of drives against DC West, and really Mount Michael's first drive was a pretty good drive, we've been able to contain teams really well. And when you can play good defense and you can run the ball and be a little explosive, it's a tough situation.
Well, and like the situation tonight, I mean, you up 41-0. You give these other guys that are on the bench, and you kind of alluded to that. I mean, you give them the chance to get in the game against a good Mount Michael team, and I mean that only makes them better for next year. Well, just look down the line.
And this is one of those games where if you're Kip, if you're Jace, if you're Harry, if you're one of those mainline dudes, you're probably going to play one series on offense, one series on defense. Yeah. And you're probably done for the night, And so you watch and you cheer on these younger guys and put the pressure on them to keep the shutout.
Mm-hmm. Kane Hare's gonna kick off here for the Warriors.
Ooh, short one there. Stay in bounds. Get it. Ooh, I thought we were going to recover the thing for a second.
Yeah, Mount Michael died for it, but it's going to go out of bounds around the 30-yard line there for.
It's probably a good decision to dive on that ball because Landon was over there covering the kick, and it was bouncing right to him.
Yep.
And if he would have grabbed it, it would have been basically an onside kick, even though there's no way Kane just shanked that thing. There's no way we're kicking an onside kick up 41-0. But,
And you're probably right. It was more like, oh, wow, this didn't go as long as I thought
I have to dive on this because by the time it gets to the out-of-bounds line, there'll be a Wahoo player there to recover it.
So Will Schreiber out of the shotgun here for the Knights. Drops back. Gets it off there.
Nice swing pass there out to the right
swing pass,
for a good gain.
To Jed Remold for the Knights. Gets about 5 yards on the pass there, up to the 35-yard line here for Mount Michael. We'll see if they can stay in front of the sticks here and see what Wahoo does now here on second down early in the third quarter.
Yeah, and maybe Mount Michael's just going to say, you know what, we're going to come out and we're going to air it out and we're going to do what we can do because the running game hasn't been since that first drive has not been a hugely successful situation.
Will Schreiber with the pass. Off to the left side, Mount Michael with the catch.
There you go.
Gets a first down there.
Yep.
That was to number 3 for Mount Michael, Leo Sheridan. So, Mount Michael moving the ball here on 2 plays here for getting the first.
First and 10.
So now they're going to be taking over here at the 43-yard line and see if they keep going to the pass game. It seems like it's been working a little bit for them here in the early going.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, you know what? Let's just try to reinvent some stuff here. Let's try to go to our bag a little bit and work on our passing game because we're not going to catch up with the ground and pound.
Yep. Will Schreiber, the pitch there. And that goes to Brady Quinlivan. He's their speedy little back and gets about 4.
Yeah, and good job by the defense there. We had
it's going to be a stop in the backfield there for the Warriors.
A lot of blue
shirts.
2nd and
11, yeah.
Always good when you got a lot of blue jerseys in the camera frame there. A lot of guys pursuing to the ball, making sure nobody's coming out of that pile. And you get one guy hitting him and another guy's punching at it or ripping at it or whatever. And
Brody got a lot of Quinlivan out of the shotgun. He drops back.
Little blitz by Grady there. Grady's chasing the quarterback down and pressured him to get rid of that ball. Good job by Grady. Grady Meyer right there. Ran a blitz, got picked up by a lineman, but then shed off the lineman and put some nice pressure on that quarterback.
So Mount Michael now in a position they don't necessarily want to be in right here, 3rd and 11. See it, Wahoo comes out in. But again, doing a good job of swarming to the ball and keeping Mount Michael behind the sticks on this possession. Will Sheridan is going to be out of the shotgun here for the Knights. One back to the left side.
Trip set over here.
Sheridan's
quick
pass,
hit to the seam.
throws it in the middle.
Interesting.
Ball was caught there by
kind of a quick stop route there in the middle of the field. I had a hook and ladder flash through my brain right there, because usually when you get a quick stop inside receiver, you get some guy running across a formation, you try a little trick play there, but looks like they're counting the guys. Maybe they are punting it. I don't know.
So it's going to be 4th and 6 here for the Knights. Decision time. I mean, you're down 41-0. Depends on how.
Yeah, what the heck?
And they're going to go for it.
And you know they're going to throw it here most likely, because we've had done a good job with the running game. So let's see if we get a little out route or a shot. You never know.
Sheridan back to pass.
Ooh, looks like he might be short.
Yeah.
Great stick by Grady Meyer right there.
Grady Meyer with another big play here, another big hit.
Grady Meyer with the stop for the Warriors.
Now, was that 3rd down or was that 4th down? What are we doing? Yeah, that was 4th down. Yeah, they were a couple yards short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great stick by Grady.
Mm-hmm.
Grady was in there, and then we had Mateo Ramirez, one of our D linemen, came through there and kind of cleaned it up too. Great job, because in that situation, if you give a guy a good hit and he's able to lean and hop a couple times, he could have got the line to gain, but Grady stuck him and did not let go, and then in comes a couple more Warriors to make sure there's no more yardage there.
So Wahoo with the ball around midfield here. Got Kaminsky in the backfield with Brigham to his left.
What now?
And there's going to be a
timeout
by Mount Michael. Seeing if they can maybe slow down.
I think they only had 10 dudes out there. I just did a quick count, and I think they only had 10, which is, it's tough enough to stop our offense with 11 dudes,
guys,
much less with 10. It might be really interesting.
Yeah.
From a coverage perspective or whatever.
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
So much time, so quick.
Kaminsky here out of the shotgun. See if they hand it off to Brigham. They're going to pass it off to the left side or right side.
Nice play right there. A little quick shot up the seam.
40-yard line now.
To Landon 5.
Landon 5. So uses his speed there to get to the other side of the field. And Wahoo now in Knights territory on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and we're kind of moving along here, almost in a tempo mode. But
so Kaminsky, he's going to hand it off to Brigham there off the right side. Brigham
shake,
breaking,
a little bake, and we got about
breaking to the 25,
20 yards. Yeah,
out to the 25. Again, that's just. I mean, a lot of people would be considered not even that great of a big of a play for him, but I mean, it's still 15 yards, and just keep moving the ball down the field.
And you know, even though he went out of bounds, the clock runs because of the score. So it's know, it doesn't make any. You don't need to stay in bounds. You don't need to try to do anything to run the clock. You can throw the ball into the ground and it's still going to run. So it's a tough situation here.
Brigham with another
good kick out block right there. Good kick out block right there, and a pancake by Jack Krieger. Oh no! Come on. Okay, we got a pancake. White hat didn't like Jack Krieger tipping a guy over away from the action, even though that was the block that kicked out the in man on the line of scrimmage that Kip went off of. He continued his block and tipped the guy over, and he got a flag for it. Great block, Jack Krieger.
Yeah.
Too bad you got a flag for it.
It was a great block, great run there by
that's a cake right there.
By Brigham.
The white hat is throwing some hate on Jack Krieger's pancake, and he's getting some syrup there. He's pancaking a guy, and he got a personal foul for it. Well, heck. Oh.
Touchdown does stand.
Okay, so the touchdown stands. They called it as an after-the-play situation,
yep.
So it'll get walked off on the kickoff. Okay. All right, whatever. That's just too bad Jack got a penalty because that was an awesome block. You love seeing linemen tipping dudes over. And there was a time when that was a celebrated block, and now people are a little sensitive about it.
So Brigham out here for the extra point for the Warriors. It's up.
That was a nice kick by Kane right there.
48-0 now here, Wahoo. 5:32 in the third quarter. And, just good blocking on that drive. And it results in another Brigham touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes when you get into games like this, sometimes the officiating shifts a little bit when there's a team getting kind of pounded on a little bit. It shifts a little bit, and you get some calls that you wouldn't get in the first quarter. Like that play right there, I don't think that call is getting made on the first drive of the game if that's a kick-out blocking tips them over. It's more, to me, this is my opinion, I'm not representing anyone official. To me, it's kind of a scoreboard situation. It's like, all right, now you're picking on these guys. You're knocking them down. You're doing all this stuff. I'm going to throw a flag on you because you're not going to score.
It might not be called if it's a little closer game.
Yeah, if it's 21-20, and we're trying to score in the fourth quarter, it's tougher. But
might be a different situation.
Yeah. I've seen it many times. Coaching here for years. I always called them scoreboard penalties because sometimes it's just like, all right, enough of this. You're going to get a flag on that. And then sometimes it goes the other way. So the team that's getting beat gets away with some stuff, and it's like, whoa, what are you doing here? That was a late hit or whatever, and they kind of swallow the whistle a little bit, but yeah.
So after the touchdown there, Wahoo's getting set up to kick with Kane here. Warriors out to a 48-0 lead. We got running clock here in second half. Not to be surprising, though, for Wahoo. They've had a few games with running clock this year.
Yeah.
Hare's set up to kick off.
So we're in bad position here. We're going to give them good field position. He comes up running on the
short kick there.
Oh, great job, Logan. Oh no, that's not Logan. That is Logan. That's Logan Lacey.
Or Logan Lacey.
Logan Lacey coming up to make that stop. Great job. Because anytime a returner catches the ball full speed like that, that's a dangerous time. If he splits a lane there, it can be a big gain. So it looks like we got a few new faces out on the field right there. Not necessarily the young guys, but a few of the 2 deep roster is working their way out there. So let's keep playing good defense, Warriors, and keep this shutout going.
Scheiber with the handoff there, up the middle.
Oh, jeez.
And number 27 there breaks loose. Jace Ramel, he's going to break loose for the touchdown, 50-yard touchdown run there, and he just kind of bullied his way through the middle and got loose.
He's a physical runner. He broke through a couple of guys, and, Cody had a beat on him, got a good punch on the ball and everything, and he just kind of ran out of that tackle. So credit to them coming out gunning like that.
Yeah.
And,
Fox might not be a little happy putting some of those newer guys in there and that happening, but, it's a learning moment, and that's
you're
kind of what
not,
this experience is for.
You're not going to send your older guys back out there either.
No.
I mean,
again, this is a teachable moment.
It is. It's like, you need to play better defense. So you just gave up a touchdown. We were hoping to have a shutout and keep a good defensive average going. But and to give up one play scores is not what you want either.
No.
So
that extra point's going to be through there for Blaze Beller, and Knights are now on the board here with 4:36 in the third, 48-7 in favor of the Warriors.
And the other thing is, in a situation like this, and a lot of people probably don't think this way, or they don't think of it from a coach's standpoint. But, we kind of did the first salvo in terms of subbing down. We put in some twos and some stuff. It was obvious we didn't have all our dudes out there.
Yeah.
But we won't sub down anymore because you can't put a freshman out there up against that Quinlan kid. He's a monster. You don't want to get a kid hurt. So until the team that's down subs, we're not subbing all the way down either. So it's not going to turn into a JV game until the other team kind of says, all right, we're done here. Issue. We'll put the young kids in, and then we'll put our young kids in. But it is a player safety issue. So.
Especially when you get, like you said, get two of those younger guys out there,
absolutely.
Freshmen and sophomores, they might be a little outmatched.
And so we're going to – it looks like we got our regular kick return out here.
Yep.
The other thing is you really hope this doesn't happen, but they could kick an onside kick right here and try to, sting us or whatever. So we got our regular kick return out there just to make sure nothing crazy happens.
And then two guys at the around the 32.
We got our two dudes back there, Kip and Landon, ready to return it. So
they're ready for whatever the Knights kind of throw their way.
We don't want any crazy stuff happening at the end of a game or towards the end of a game.
Blaze Beller to kick here for the Knights.
That's a good kick. Yeah, he is a kicker, man.
That landed
through
the end zone.
Halfway into the end zone. No chance of for Pete's sake. And now we got another personal foul on a guy falling down. Cal Baps was blocking somebody, and
and it doesn't look like Fox is too happy about it either, but
no.
I don't know. I think
is he talking to Cal about that, or is he talking to the crew about that? I don't know. Probably a little of both.
You're talking,
probably a little of both.
Over there,
Because inside baseball here, Coach Fox doesn't yell at officials like Bo Pelini yelled at officials. Coach Fox talks to officials so he can correct his player and change the mistake and have his player play better football. He gets mad and he wants to know what the explanation is so he can work with his player to not make the mistake again. He doesn't scream at officials just to scream at officials.
Well,
it's always to help a kid be a better football player and make the game better. So you see him pissed off on the sideline. He's not just going crazy on an official just to do that. He wants to know what the mistake is and how can I fix it. And he will tell an official if he disagrees with him, but it's not crazy. It's to play better football, and that's the way it should be.
Kaminsky out of the shotgun here for the Warriors. Hands it off to Kip.
Oh, that's Brigham out there.
Kip breaking a few tackles, middle of the field.
Ooh.
It's going to be stopped there around the 20.
A nice gain there by Kip. That looked like a face mask or something on the end there, but they were piling on him. We got a flag in the backfield here.
Yeah, might be the face mask.
Did they get somebody hitting Jace, or what's the flag on? It's right at the line of scrimmage. They're
waiting for the
Coach Fox is looking for
here.
an explanation on what's going on there. What are we going to get for a call now?
Yeah. Penalty, a little bit penalty bit in
personal,
here.
What? Personal foul on Wahoo? Another flag just got thrown.
Yeah.
Now what? What do we got now? So now we're getting flag happy. Crazy stuff's going on.
So that's 4 flags.
So we have another, a sideline warning? A sideline warning in between a play? Okay. Well,
Fox and crew got a little too excited, I guess, on that one.
How do you get a sideline warning when the play's not going on? It's one thing.
Sideline warning against the Warriors. First flag, personal foul against the Warriors is the second flag.
So that's interesting.
Kaminsky. So Wahoo, they're going to be backed up here.
So now it's 1st and 6 because we got a first down, but they took 15 off for the other thing. How are they doing that? If that was a sideline warning, then it's not a penalty, it's just a warning. The second one's a 15. But then they gave us a 15 for a personal foul in the middle of a play where we scored about 20 yards. So, are they walking in? Okay, so we gained 21 yards. They walked back 15, so it's 1st and 6 basically, which is interesting. Okay.
Kaminsky here out of the shotgun. He's got Brigham to his left.
So we have a first and manageable.
Yeah. Brigham takes the ball.
There we go.
Breaking loose.
There we go, Kip. Run a guy over.
Breaks out on that right sideline. Gets up to about the 30-yard line there for Wahoo.
It's a nice run. So it looks like Coach Fox has given our older guys one more series on offense. Because, there has been times tonight where it hasn't been super clean. Yeah. Kip has been Kip, but maybe he's trying to be like, you know what? Yeah. We're late in the season. We're in the back half of the season. 4-quarter football is more and more important as we get closer to into October. So maybe one more series is good for these older guys to kind of sharpen the iron a little bit.
Yeah. Kaminsky out of the shotgun.
Ooh.
He's going to
little double handoff right there. Is that to Logan Kelly maybe? Yep, Logan Kelly.
Logan Kelly with the carry.
Very short, if anything, gain. Probably more of a no gain on that.
Wahoo tried to be a little tricky on that, but Mount Michael was there to stop it.
That's a play that's been pretty successful for us, catching teams, and that's the first time we've ran it tonight. I love that play. It's dirty. It's awesome. Caden Smart, who's sitting over here, used to run that play to perfection. It catches you off guard because you're going one way, and then all of a sudden it all comes back the other way. And they flow to Kip so much that when you come back the other way, it's tough to
Kristen or Kaminsky with a big pass there. And Fox is going to pull it in.
Fox just mossed a kid. That was beautiful. Great catch. Jumped over the kid and caught it over his helmet.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, their corner over there is not a very tall kid, but Josh will go up and high point a ball.
So that's going to go for a 40-plus yard pass there. And
beautiful throw and
great
catch.
Great throw by Kaminsky and even better catch by Fox.
Yeah.
Can't fault the defense, though, by Mount Michael. That was just an even better catch by Fox.
Yeah, that was a Jimmy Joe thing there. But a great throw by Jace to put him in position to catch that.
Jace with the handoff to Kip Brigham off the right side.
There we go.
And he's getting loose. And will he get in? No, he's going to go out around the 5-yard line.
There's a nice gain right there by Kip, doing what Kip does. He gives you the inside, and then he bounces it to the outside. And when when it looks like a play between the tackles, and you pursue inside, and then he puts his foot in the ground and does that little jump cut, and turns on the jets, it's hard to redirect yourself. Yeah, it's hard to redirect yourself and get out there.
So Wahoo now in the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 10. Kaminsky out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it. He's going to fake it.
Oh, geez.
Nice little pass
Come on, Professor. Stiff arm. Oh.
Great catch there by number 15 for Wahoo, Cody Hesser.
Cody Hesser right there. It looked like Jace was getting bottled up, and he turned and he slung one out there. And good job by Cody fighting for some good yardage there. And
nice big body out there. And
he is. This is his first year playing football ever. Not even like little kid football. He's
I know he didn't play last year, but
No, he's a good contributor. He's a 6'4", really fast, great hands. He's a good other player to have on your team when you got all these athletes.
We know what he can do on the basketball field, but
There we go. A little heavy right there.
And
Kip
Brigham's going to just walk in there,
That was nice.
So 2-yard touchdown run officially for Brigham.
That's a no doubt right there. You got to tally. How many touchdowns does he have tonight? Like 7? 6 or 7 touchdowns?
He's got to have at least 5.
I mean, we've scored. We've scored 8, so he's got to have 4 or 5 at least, and probably he's averaging 200 and almost 40 yards rushing. So
he's hit that mark.
He's right on track
sure
for all that.
Tonight.
Yeah, he's piling up a pretty ridiculous amount of yards and productivity.
Kane Hare with the kick. And
there we go. All right.
Makes up for that miss on the last one. Knocks it through 55-7 here now. But Kip, I mean, he's the best runner. Leading what do you call it, Class C1 in rushing. And
he's
can't
one
really
of the,
expect anything less from him.
Yeah, he's one of the top rushers all class in the state.
Yeah.
You could put him.
And he was last year too, so it's like,
You could put that kid on any football team in the state, and he would play. I mean.
And that's why he's going to UNK. I mean,
I'm sure Millard South has a 195-pound kid who's probably going to some Division I school or something, but there's no doubt he could play at any level in the state. He's just a special talent that you don't, I've coached 24 years, and I've never seen a guy that puts all of it together like that. And we've had some great running backs here over the years that have been all-state super talented guys, won national championships at like Morningside and played a lot of football, a lot of good football, and we got all-state pictures all over of running backs. Mm-hmm. And they all have their own little talent. Some were good physical runners, some were kind of speedy guys, some were just tough, some had a little bit of everything. And Kip really has a little bit of everything, but then he's got elite speed. He's got enough power to run through the tackles. He kind of has the whole gamut. He checks every box. If Kip Brigham was 6 foot tall and 200 pounds, every Division I college within
would be looking at him.
Anywhere would be looking at him. But you know, he makes a lot of plays. And
we got Will Hegeman back here kicking now this one.
Oh, we got a different kicker in. We got Noah Phelps out there kicking the ball. And we have a different group of kids on kickoff coverage as well.
And that's going to go the distance there. That was number 7 for Mount Michael. That's Grady Quivlin. And, I mean, he's a speedy little guy. And,
Yep.
Big run there for Mount Michael.
And that's another situation. You know, we put essentially our JV kickoff team out there. And you don't want to see that. Oh, no. But you definitely want to kind of condense the nonsense out there. And if you're a young guy, you want to hold that line a little bit. But we've had a one-play score on defense and now a one-play special teams score. So
got some big plays here.
A frustrating situation for the young guys, but it's the young guys. I mean, you got to keep it all in perspective. It's 55-13, and the people that are giving up points are freshmen, sophomores, and, you know, some of the juniors that are in the 2 deep. So we're not all of a sudden playing bad football.
Yeah, on that kickoff, that was Noah Phelps, but that was just good run by Mount Michael, good tackling, but again, Wahoo's got some young guys in there.
Yeah. So we had an offsides call. They declined the penalty, and they're just going to kick it again. All right.
So Mount Michael's setting up to kick it. Blaze Beller for the Knights. His kick is up.
Yeah.
Good.
And they kick the heck out of the ball, that's for sure.
Yeah. So 55-14 here, 30 seconds left in the third. And
yeah, now you got to think, all right, what are we going to do now on offense? Are we going to bring the dudes out again?
Yeah.
Or for another drive? Or I'm sure that our kick return team is going to be our regular kick return team. Because, like I said before, you just don't want to give up any kind of special teams problems like we just did on a coverage team. So it looks like the regular kickoff return unit is getting ready there.
But, for Wahoo here, I mean, you give up 2 touchdowns in this quarter, but, I mean, you got to keep it in perspective with.
It's 2 plays, and it's our young guys on defense gave up to their running back who's built like a lineman. He's a tank, and their varsity offense, which I would hope that Mount Michael's varsity offense would be able to, do some things against our younger guys. But at the same time, you're kind of like, hey, younger guys, let's step up and let's make some plays here and put yourself on film. So that when we watch film with the coaches, we don't have to talk about, bad situations or plays that we want back. So
exactly.
Now we're
Kruger
returning
back there.
Our third kickoff of the night. So
they flipped sides here for this one. Kruger's got him out on the left and Phi to the right. Switch sides here on this one.
Yeah, and sometimes if it's like, all right, Brigham's always lining up over here, so we're going to kick it over there, then those guys will switch, and then that's kind of the chess match. Looks like we got some of that wind that they're forecasting starting to show up. Got the tee. If that ball blows off again, someone's going to have to put their finger on it, Charlie Brown style. But
Beller back to boot this for the Knights. Got Brigham and Phi ready to return. And Phi's going to return this one.
Uh-oh.
And he might be gone.
Ooh. Boy, he had a lane, and he was starting to turn the Jets on there. And their safeties caught it. Otherwise, he was gone.
Yep. Had one guy to beat, and that one guy got him.
Looks like we have a player that might be – no, he's okay. He was over on our sideline shaking up, but it looks like he's okay. And now, let's see. It looks like we've got maybe our second offense out there. We're not subbing all the way down, but we got some of our second guys out there. Logan's going to take some snaps at quarterback.
Yeah, and we're going to go to the fourth
and
with a 55-14 game in favor of Wahoo.
We got another flag that just flew on our sideline. What is going on now? In between the quarter, we got another flag popping up over there. I don't know if it was a sideline situation or whatever.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Your score is the Warriors.
So that'll probably be tacked on here to start the fourth, but
99.3 FM, WahooRadio.com, Saunders County Online, and the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club want to say thank you for being a part of our broadcast and to thank the sponsors who are a great part of all of our activities. JEO Consulting, Wahoo State Bank, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did they just pick it up or? I don't know what that was.
15-yard penalty, 1st and 25. So
they did call it, but they didn't.
Call it, yeah.
Did they signal anything? Did they signal sideline?
I didn't see anything.
Did they signal anything, fellas? Did they signal sideline? It was a personal foul.
So personal foul there on that play.
So something happened on a
1st and 25.
Well, did they call it on the kickoff return? Because this is our first play of the drive, right?
Yes, correct. It was. It had to be on the kickoff.
Well, somebody got tipped over and pancaked on the sideline. Maybe they called a penalty, like they did over here. But yeah, all right.
New quarterback in for Wahoo, Logan Kelly.
Yep.
Taking some snaps.
And you like to get Logan some snaps with the older guys up front, but you do what you got to do, and you go with like the number 2 guys or whatever, and you try to get what you can get. Grady Meyer there with a good carry.
With a nice run.
Grady Meyer's done a good job of filling in these situations here.
Be some good snaps here in this fourth quarter to see what the kind of the second offense can do against a good solid Mount Michael defense.
Yeah.
And I mean the Knights might start subbing in some of their backups now here too.
Yeah, at a certain point you should start seeing, because if you're Mount Michael, you don't want guys getting hurt either, because they got a lot of football left to be played. They're going to be a playoff team.
Yep.
And they don't want guys going down.
Don't want to ruin your chances
in the fourth quarter of a blowout game.
Good run there.
Good hard run by Grady.
By Grady Meyer.
Yeah.
Meyer the ball carrier.
So the senior kind of getting some touches here in the fourth.
Yeah, good job by Grady. Grady plays a lot of defense.
And he's had a good night on defense.
Yeah. And he's filling in there on offense when he can.
3rd and long from the 35-yard line.
And he's been a good playmaker for us. He's put on about 30 pounds this year. It's crazy. He was always a smaller stature dude, wrestling lighter weights.
Yep.
And he put on a bunch of weight this summer, and he looks like a whole different kid. And now he's a physical player, linebacker, good runner, strong runner.
So Logan Kelly here out of the shotgun. Grady Meyer to his left. Kelly's throw.
Oh.
It's going to be up. And almost picked off
almost
there by
picked
Mount
off.
Michael.
Going for Landon Glock up the seam there.
Yep. That was Nate Oldenhaft for Mount Michael that almost had the pick there. Just hit him in the hands and dropped it. But, just a little bit of an overthrow there by Kelly. But right decision, though. He was open.
Yep, looks like we're punting here. We got Noah Phelps back to punt. So this is another situation.
Yeah.
You got basically your young punt team out there.
And he's had a kickoff already, so this will be his first punt. Yeah.
Let's get a good kick here, fellas, and get down the field and cover this.
So Phelps waits for the snap. Now, Michael, they still got their starting returner back there with Brady Quivlin. So
looks like we got a timeout. Something wasn't right there on the punt formation.
So we'll take a timeout there, yeah.
Things get a little hairy in this situation at the end of games because you're trying to get kids in, you're trying to get them lined up right, and kids are excited. Everybody's hyped up.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the right tackle forgets going on punt, or maybe the wrong guy lines up in a wrong situation. You're just looking at it going, they're going to block this if we don't fix this. So you got to call a timeout, fix it, coach the kids up, make sure they're doing things right, and get this punt off.
Yeah.
Of all the formations you run in a game, probably important is an interesting word to say, but if you screw up a punt and you get a punt blocked, that can be a game-changing situation in a big game. Now, it's not going to change this outcome, but we don't want to give up any crazy stuff by not correctly protecting a punter and covering the punt. So after giving up a kickoff return, and they got their dude back there, number 7, who's a burner.
Quivlin,
we got to get all these kids coached up, fan out, get in your lanes. Nobody's getting through up front. Get your man blocked. Looks like they're kind of coming after it.
So Noah with a punt there.
Okay, now get down there, Warriors, and cover this punt.
And that's going to go out around the 35-yard line.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
No punt return on that one. So now we got the defense coming out, and let's now the young guys get a chance to make up for that last one.
Yeah.
We definitely don't want to give up another long play. And it looks like Quinlan's coming out, so maybe they're resting their older guys now.
Yep.
And I see a bunch of little
like a
dudes.
New quarterback, yeah.
I see a bunch of little dudes following the coach around, probably running plays in. So we might be to that point in the game where try to get some kids some playing time, try to get them on the field.
So Mount Michael now here out of the shotgun. The handoff up the middle. Get about maybe a yard, if that.
And, you sprinkle in guys, but at the same time, you want a couple of field generals out there, some older kids to kind of keep everybody on the same page. You got Hesser out there. He's a senior. You've got Cal Bapst out there playing safety. He's a senior. You definitely want them to keep the bad, crazy stuff from happening. So you're lining people up. You're making sure everybody's got the coverage right. You're telling linebackers where they need to be. And you're not just throwing all the young guys out there.
Now Michael looking ready to throw it. Toss off to the left side. That's a good run there by number 27 there, Jace Ramold for the Knights. So they're keeping in some of their
Keep it in that guy, yeah.
Yep.
And
their quarterback still.
Their tank running back, yeah.
And their quarterback, yeah. So Liam Moline, man in the offense here for the Knights. But, yeah, Wahoo's just doing a good job here tonight.
They need to just keep them in front of them right now and not give up any big plays. And,
so Mullen here out of the shotgun.
Another throw coming at us.
Throw it.
Come on, contain him, fellas. That might be holding. Okay.
Just going to throw it in the ground there.
All right. So some scores around the old world of C1 here. Ashland continuing to roll, 42-7 over Boys Town. DC West is up 13-0 on Concordia. Big game for them.
Yeah.
Gross Catholic up 21-8 over Roncalli. Fort Calhoun rebounding after a loss to these guys, 28-10 over Logan View. Auburn got a win over Falls City. Lexington over Alliance. Syracuse whooping up on Nebraska City. Gothenburg, Columbus Lakeview with a big win. O'Neill and Pierce, a battle up north. 27-21 right now.
They've kind of come on this year.
Yeah, and years ago.
Good run there by Mount Michael.
It was
Number
about
4 there, Brady Carson with the run.
About 10 years ago, O'Neill won a state championship, and they were really good.
Knocked off Newman.
Yeah, Shadron, 49-6. Broken Bow, 47-3 over Holdridge. Ooh. Milford's getting a win. Aurora over Adams Central, 33-0. Aurora is a team that we beat up pretty good here, but they are red hot right now. They got a chance to win out and play Central City.
Very offensive-heavy team.
For a district championship at the end of the season.
Scheiber out of shotgun here. He's going to throw it there off to the right side. get a completion there up to the 30-yard line.
And we got Fairbury winning a field goal competition over Wilbur 6-3 in a close game. Brownell Talbot and Louisville tied at 14, and Sydney 21-0 over Ogallala. Sydney's another team.
Yep.
They always have athletes out there. We've played them here in the playoffs before, and they have some really good athletes out there.
They're kind of a sneaky team. Not a lot of teams around here see them, but yeah,
Absolutely.
they've been very good the last few years. Little Schreiber, the handoff. Doesn't go for much there, maybe a yard there for the Knights, and we're going to have another flag.
Oh, boy. You hate to see late flags for silly stuff, but if it's a face mask, trying to be aggressive, young kid trying to make a play or holding, that's one thing. But the 15 stuff is, you don't want a lot of those coming out. That's not the kind of clean football you want to play. I don't know who's it on here. We're going to find out, I guess, in a second. But
I'm interested. I'm surprised to see Mount Michael playing so many of their starters still. But I mean, you look at their sideline; they've got some pretty small guys, and
they don't.
It
have
might be just
unsportsmanlike on us. That's not what you want.
Yeah. So it's going to go against Wahoo there, and
they built a high school over here on top of the hill we used to practice on. So they cut the hill out, put a high school there. My shop is like 10 feet underground 2 years ago, but there's a small hill over there, and I'm guessing there's going to be some running based on these 15-yard penalties because this is just not the type of football we want to play. It's unforced errors, and we're giving them free yardage.
Schreiber there with the handoff.
We just don't want to give up 15-yard chunk plays because of things we can control.
That was a good stop there by the Warriors. Stopped them for nothing.
Yeah. We got a lot of young faces out there. I see Brody Milliken, a freshman, out there. Joey Kelly, another freshman. The two safeties are both freshmen. Some very up-and-coming names you'll hear a lot of in the future. And so we've got a corner over here that's a freshman, Lane Peterson. We've got Landon Glock, a sophomore, playing D-end. Micah Hardy. A lot of new faces out there.
Handoff there for Mount Michael, and they're going to bounce it out to the left side. And they're going to rumble it in there for a touchdown, and that's their big
that's their starting running back.
Jed Ramold, I mean,
the
just
big boy.
plowing over guys. But, again,
and he's running over 140-pound ninth graders. So they're getting their silver lining, but there's a definite asterisk attached to it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to say, you know what, we scored 21 points on Wahoo.
Yeah.
Okay, technically, yes, you're right. The people you scored on were wearing blue jerseys and it said Wahoo on the front.
And
but
their stats are going to look pretty inflated, too.
Their stats are a little, And so they can say, we scored 21 points on Wahoo. But, the tough thing is you just don't want to get one of those good players hurt. I mean, if you get number 27 hurt, it really changes your season dramatically. But he's got 2 touchdowns tonight, and he rattled up a little bit of yardage for his own stats.
You would think you would want these players to get hurt and stuff like that, but maybe on the other end, the coach is like, we need to kind of gain some confidence going into our next one, and this is a good way to get some.
Now the fact that we're probably going to. Now it looks like we got young guys over there huddled around the special teams coach, so we're probably not going to have our varsity kick return out there, but. We're at a point now where we're basically, if we can get a first down, the game will be over. But, you hate to, even with young guys, give up any points there at the end of a game. But you can't argue if you just ignore all this silliness with varsity over a JV team. You can't argue with the results tonight. We had a good offense was playing well tonight. Our defense played really well tonight. And our secondary bounced back from a little bit of shakiness against DC West last week. Early shakiness, I should say. It wasn't a total bad game, but they really, really played well tonight when Mount Michael went to the air. And because they did challenge us. They went up for it. They tried to throw some deep balls. They tried to do some of the things DC West did.
And they were doing some good things in the beginning. Just Wahoo was able to kind of neutralize those things and get those big plays that we talk about that can really kind of knock you out of a game. And
there's always kind of a settling into a game. You can really kind of shock somebody. Last year we gave up a touchdown the first drive to Aurora and ended up scoring 8 touchdowns in the first 2 quarters in one possession. So, I mean, there's always a settling in time, but And we got a little squibber right here.
Yeah.
Let's field the ball clean. Here we go, Logan.
Ball's taken up there to about the 25-yard line.
All right. So now I'm guessing we're going to see some really young guys. We might see Brody Milliken. Yep, Brody Milliken's coming in at quarterback, our freshman. And probably a pretty good chunk of young linemen, young backs.
So we're going to have the young,
let's see if
the freshman, sophomore.
Let's see if Mount Michael reciprocates.
Yeah, and Brody Milliken. I mean, for a freshman, he's got some size on him.
He's a big, tall kid.
In a few years, he might be a pretty daunting quarterback.
He is. He's a big, tall kid. He's a terrific baseball player. His dad's our summer Legion coach.
Yeah. Was playing some senior games with them.
He's filled in on senior Legion games before. And he's grown like 6 inches in the last year or two.
Good handoff off the left side there, but no gain there for number 20 for Wahoo. That's Micah Hardy.
Yeah, some of these young backs, and Micah's ran good this year too in this type of duty. He's run hard. We got a couple young guys that might get some carries tonight, Lane Peterson and Mr. Picorni, Gavin Picorni's younger brother. His name is Xander, who's escaping me. Yep, Xander. They're both really good players at the freshman level. And looks like we got a couple kids subbing in for Mount Michael now. So we're settling into a Monday night football game now with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Brody Milliken here out of the shotgun. Hands it off there to number 14.
Logan?
Yeah, Logan Lacey. Doesn't get a whole lot on it, but
No, Logan's had a tough break. Last year he broke his collarbone, returned in the second part of the season, and re-broke it. And so he's finally playing football now and, regular football. And so he does a lot of special teams work for us. And, he does a lot of stuff like this. He's kind of an older guy. In this situation, he's kind of more of the veteran presence.
Yeah.
So he can come out there.
Presence in a situation
right.
Like this.
You got a lot of young guys, and he can kind of be the man out there. Run some routes. He can.
Brody Milliken winds up there with a
bomb.
Big throw. And it's going to be caught there.
Joey Kelly to the house.
Touchdown there for Joey Kelly on a huge pass.
There we go.
68 yards.
And that's a connection that's happened a lot this year at the younger levels. Brody's got an arm on him, and Joey Kelly's just a tremendous athlete. And they have connected on those types of plays a lot this year, and it's tough. Both those kids are big, tall kids. Joey's a big physical. He's already kind of filled out.
Mm-hmm.
And Brody is, I don't know if Brody's going to be 6'5" or what by next summer or whatever, but he's a big, tall kid, a really good athlete.
So Milliken and Kelly kind of showing
That's right.
what Wahoo's going to look like in the future.
Yeah.
That was a great throw.
Yep.
Extra point is up and good there by Phillips.
So there we go. Good job by our young guys kind of going out and making a play after kind of taking a few shots.
First possession for them, for these younger guys, and they get a big play like that.
And at this point in the game, I don't know if they'll get the ball back, or it depends if our defense can make them punt. But with the running clock, if we get the ball back, it'll be with, 20 seconds or something. We'll be taking a knee. But now those young guys need to go out and play some good defense and try to finish this game with a good silver lining on their end of it.
Good taste in their mouth of how they performed and stuff here in the second half.
Yeah. And I hope we don't see number 27 or number 7 on offense, because I don't want to get one of them young guys hurt.
Yeah. And it looks like, their quarterback's got his helmet off there on the sideline. It might be the end of the road here tonight for them.
And it's for them, it's a good time. It's always fun as a young player to get into a varsity game. They play all these JV games at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday or a Monday or Thursday.
Yep.
But when the lights are on and everybody's in the stands, it feels like you're playing in the Super Bowl or whatever. Friday night football, you can say, I got in, I played, call your grandma, say, I got a tackle tonight,
Yep.
It's where you build for the future. Yep. You really get these kids playing at a young age, and you're building for next year and the year after that.
Ben Alejandro with the return there for Mount Michael. Cuts it up, goes to the left. And good return here up to about the 35-yard line.
Careful. And another flag.
Yep. You saw that coming. It was just
Quentin Bapst, younger brother of Cal Bapst, a special teams expert, hit a kid hard on the sideline, and out comes the yellow flag.
It's been a little bit of that here in the second half. Just
I don't know. I don't know if it's chippy out there, but there are definitely some aggressive penalties or unforced
just
errors.
Some young mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that. I mean, they'll be able to coach them up on those. I mean, you're not going to be happy with the penalties you've had here in the second half. But
we're definitely not a team that commits 5 personal fouls in a game. That's definitely not. And I'm not noticing sometimes you get into games that are pretty chippy, and it's like, oh, these guys don't like each other, but this doesn't seem to have that vibe. I'll get some information next week when I talk to the kids in class, but sometimes you hear, they were talking and this and that with this guy, that guy, social media, all that garbage, but it seemed like the game wasn't chippy like that, but we definitely don't need a bunch of unforced errors.
So got a new quarterback in from Mount Michael, Derek Brewer, and it looks like they got 2 backs here on the backfield, so that's good news for Wahoo. Brewer handoff is up the middle.
Well, some of these kids, we play Mount Michael in JV every year, so either they've played them already or they're going to play them, and so
might be like the JV game.
This is one. Yeah, they're going to have like a series here because we'll see these guys again on a Monday night.
Yeah.
We've always played them in JV, and it's been good for both teams. So now we're just playing a little extra.
Yep. A little bit of JV football right now.
That's right. Put yourself on film, boys, and let's get the coach's attention by making some plays at the end of a game, hustling, give yourself a chance to maybe get on the field sometime.
Brewer with the pitch there off to the right side, and decent run.
Nice hit by Logan Lacey over there, right on the edge.
They're getting closer to that 45, probably around the 47.
Yeah. And there's a chunk of names on this field that you're going to hear a lot from next year. Guys like Landon Glock, Logan Lacey, Brody Milliken, Joey Kelly, Reed Nicely, Xander Percorni, all these guys. There's going to be a lot of sophomores because we have a big senior class.
Well, exactly. There's a lot of seniors out there right now starting. So
you see a lot of young guys get opportunities after one of those really good classes go. And that was, these guys, our seniors as sophomores, came in and made a lot of plays.
So Brewer here out of the shotgun for the Knights. Drops back to pass.
Come on.
Rolls to the left, and he gets out of it. He's eventually going to get stopped there. And
a couple guys almost had a sack. He just kind of ran through some tackles and got out there.
It was almost kind of like shoelace tackled there.
Yeah. So we got 4th and 7, and the clock is running at 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to run a play of some sort, depending on when the referee does his ready for play. This might just be the end of it.
So we got 20 seconds here left on the clock, and just overall, I mean, it's been a pretty good game here for Wahoo tonight. I mean, first half was very dominant. I mean, there were some moments in the second half, but I mean, they took care of business in the first half like they needed to.
Yeah, you throw away garbage time and weird penalties and all that, and you just look at varsity on varsity. It was really a good showing by the Warriors.
And now they kind of focus to Logan View next week, they're 2-3 right now in a competitive game right now.
Yeah, it's I'm not sure who Logan View was playing tonight. I'm pretty sure I read their score off earlier. I should have paid attention to my own self. But, it's a team that we're going to go up there. It's a team we've had some success with in recent time. But
I don't think anybody's around here has really played them yet this year either.
No, we're all in district play right now. So everybody that's playing them are, the teams like Mount Michael's played them already. I'm trying to think who is playing them tonight. Fort Calhoun's playing them tonight and getting after them pretty good, 35-10.
So they'll probably come in with a 2-4 record, and
they'll be, it'll be a game where everyone's going to say, this is just a walk in the park. And I said the same thing last week. You can say it's not a big game, but try losing a game like that, and you'll find out that it's a big game.
Yep.
But so the goal, and really this time of year with these types of games happening, you don't want complacency.
Yeah.
You're winning games. You're beating people by a lot. Nice stick there by Kane Haar, the kicker.
And that's going to be
But
be it for
you
us.
it's more about us than it is about the other team right now. Mm-hmm. You get into the semifinals, and then it is about the other team, and we got to make sure we know what we're doing. But right now, we are focused on us. Let's get better from our standpoint, and the other guy will take care of the other guy. It won't be as big a deal.
And John, and Coach Fox, he's never going to take a team lightly. I mean, they're going to prepare for Logan View.
No, there's
just like it was Mount Michael.
There's no such, yeah, they're going to. I mean, these guys are 7 days a week because I did it for 16 years. They're going to be breaking down Logan View tomorrow. They're going to be meeting as a staff Sunday night, evaluating themselves first, and then evaluating the opponent on Sunday night. And when kids show up Monday morning, there will be a game plan to beat Logan View, Scribner-Snyder, and that's the focus. It's not, this game next week because we got Logan View, we got Concordia, two teams that, we'll be heavy favorites in, but that doesn't make any difference. Mm-hmm. You're going to play them like they're the number one team in the state.
Yep.
And
especially as you get closer to playoffs
right.
and stuff like that.
And then the last game of the year, we finish with Concordia, but Fort Calhoun's the second to last game of the year, which is probably going to be a determining game for our district. And the winner of a district automatically qualifies for the playoffs. Yeah. Now, we don't have to worry probably about qualifying for the playoffs, but there's no way we're not going to want to win the district.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to backdoor your way into the state playoffs. Coach Fox will never accept that. So,
and especially when you get that first round now, I mean, you get the home field advantage the entire playoffs. I mean, that's huge.
Really the goal is, and I don't know if we've ever had this, because we definitely weren't the number one seed last year. Yeah. We were like the 4 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
And in 19, we weren't the number one seed. We have a chance. I think if we win out, we have a chance to be the top seed, which is a pretty special thing, but it also gives you an advantage. You want to be 1 or 2 so you don't have to leave your home stadium.
Yeah.
And so from Halloween to Thanksgiving, the longest drive we have to make is if we would go to Lincoln.
Yeah.
Because we'll be right here every Friday night, which is a huge advantage. If Sydney's got to come out here, or we've had Mitchell out here before.
Yeah.
I mean, you drive clear across the state to play a high school football game.
Yeah.
It's Broken Bow.
Yep.
It's tough, and it's a built-in advantage, but it rewards a team who's gone through the battles all season, and they've earned that upper seed. And so you really
on top.
Yeah, you don't want to punish them. It used to be if you hosted the first round, you went on the road the second round. Mm-hmm. If there was an upset, you would go to that other team. But it's kind of like, what? Are we rewarding a good regular season? No, we're not. So So they changed that. So high seed hosts all the way to the finals, and it's a good situation because if you're the top seed, you deserve to host a playoff game until you get beat because you've earned it. You really have.
Yeah.
And it's been a great season, and I mean some of the crazy stuff tonight, whatever, but the top line guys versus their top line guys, it went really well. A little bit of running game in the first drive there, they drove the ball on us a little bit, but once we settled into defense, there was no more of that, and it became pretty much a one-sided affair. So.
Wahoo with the big win here tonight. Big 40-point win here. I mean, a lot of Brigham, a lot of Kamitsky, and Warriors get the big win, move on to Logan View next week. That game will be in Hooper, and that'll be it for our coverage here on Saunders County Online. I'm Alex Eller along with John Herrera doing color for us. Thanks for doing that again here tonight.
And Alex, you know what it is? I say this every week. Yeah. It's a great day to be a Warrior, Alex. Let's go. Thanks for coming up and doing the game, man.
Yeah. Thank you. All right.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah. You are very good at this. I like it. You are good to do.
I just like to talk a bunch of shit on them.
Yeah.
Thing, but it's fun. I coached, and so I kind of feel I know the kids.